Hi everyone, how are you all going? I hope you're all well and that you're having a lovely weekend so far. So as promised and as discussed from last week, I have looked out some of the sets. So I thought it would be kind of good fun to get started with the Heart Lake City Mall. I know that that's one that you wanted to see, Amy. So I can see Amy's in the comments, Brett's in the comments, and I think Mark is here as well. Welcome, Mark. It's so lovely to have you here. So I will open up my little bags of my various mall bits and pieces. Oh, you can hear Pucky in the background. Once again, it's a little bit warm here. Not as bad as what it was last week, but I am sure that you're going to hear a little bit of Pucky tonight as well. So we'll see how I go. I don't think that I bagged this up in any particular order, so I think I can just dump out these 3 bags. Hopefully, and we'll see what happens. Hey guys. So just let me know how you guys are going, what you've been up to this week, what's been happening. I have seen some people in the US that have been able to find some of the new sets, the 2021 sets. So have any of you guys seen any of those where you are? I haven't had any luck finding any of the new sets yet. They have been listed on the Lego website, but that's as far as it's gotten. I haven't seen them listed on any of the other websites, haven't seen them in any other stores or anything like that. So I'm just curious as to what's happening internationally with Lego at the moment, and if any of you guys have any goss. Oh yeah, Amy's finished the gingerbread house. Oh, that's so good. I'm so happy that you've managed to get that one finished and all sorted out. It's nice to have it up for Christmas as well. I've still got mine up from last week as well. So that's my little bit of festive joy in my home at the moment, which is really cool. Oh, cool. Yes, Mark. You're definitely in the right place to talk about the Disney princess stuff. I really like the look of the new Cinderella carriage as well. So that's definitely a set that I want to try and get hold of. Brickish is here. Hey, Brickish, how you going? I hope you're well. I've just dumped out all the parts for the mall. So we'll be building up this one tonight. It's a little bit, is it dark? I can never tell what's going on with all my screens and everything. Let's see if I can add in a little bit more light. Oops. See if any of that makes a difference to you guys. Well, that might show up a bit better. There we go. We'll try that. Cool. Oh, M Productions is here as well. Hi, buddy. How you going? I'm glad that you could make it along. Cool. Yes, I'm going really well. Thanks for asking, Brickish. I'm really looking forward to building up some of these tonight. So we'll see. Okay. There's a lot. There's a lot going on in front of me. Right. Finding parts, I think, is going to be very interesting. But am I going to be the type of person that actually sorts the parts, or will I just rummage for hours? Let's figure that out. Let's see how that works for me. Oh gosh, there's already dog fur all over this as well. Oh, me too. I think that Brickles is here as well. Chaya Patel. No, yes. Well, we're both Australian. Ellie V and myself are both Australian. Although she's on the other side of the country. I think that she's on the East Coast and I'm here on the West Coast, but I'm sure we sound very similar, which is really nice. Yes. Hello to all the new people. It's lovely that you're joining us. So for those of you that have just popped in, I'm building the older mall in preparation for the new one that will be coming out very soon. So I have run out of new sets to build. So last week we thought that it would be really cool to go back through some of my collection and pick out some sets to build. So I will be building up this little cart, but I will be rummaging through all the parts a lot, which will be good fun. So, yes, let's see how we go. I think that that's going to be on here. And we'll just be clicking through it. Oh, Zoe's here as well. Hi, Zoe. It's lovely to have you here. I'm so happy that you're joining us today. You can see that it's a little bit of a different setup. So, lots of fun. Hopefully tonight will be good fun. I had so much fun last week chatting to you all, so I was really looking forward to catching up with everyone again this week. So I hope everyone's going really well. Oh, Will's here as well. Oh, excellent. Oh, Zoe, that's such a nice set. Oh, I can just imagine how excited you are. And it was so much fun to build that one as well. I really loved how the friendship bus was able to come all together. And yeah, and it had so many like really cute like little play features and all of that sort of thing. I thought that it was such a lovely build and just looks so cool as well. Right, okay, we're getting there, gang. I don't think that I've made a mistake yet, but we'll see. Oh, cool, and Will's here. I hope you're doing really well, Will, and that you've had a nice week. And that things are going well. Yeah, oh, good, yes. Oh, I know. It's a really lovely build, that one as well. I'm looking forward to seeing some of the new sets that we'll be getting soon as well. So that's going to be so much fun to see all of those. So does anyone have any particular... Oh, Bricky Tie's here as well. Hi, Bricky Tie. I hope you're good. Yes, my day's been really nice so far. I've been sort of having a bit of a chilled, relaxed day today, which is really nice. So I watched a couple of movies, which was really good fun. And then got my stuff ready for tonight as well, which was really cool too. Right, I need to find one poor little 1x2 pale pink plate. We'll see. Maybe I should have sorted these by colour again this week. But I was enjoying having a bit of a relax. Need 3. Oh. And productions. So want to hear some bad news. 3 Rants About Me came out yesterday. Oh, that doesn't sound very nice. In productions. I will have cars in... Well, I do have lots of cars. So I do have cars. It's really tricky, though, to try and figure out what my city is going to look like because I keep changing how it's going to look in my head. So originally I had intended to have a road, particularly like in between the beach and the shops. So I thought that would be really lovely. And then I thought that it would be really nice to go sort of up the hill towards the mountain as well. So that had always sort of been my intention. But I don't know whether or not I'm actually going to have enough room to do that anymore. So I don't know. I'm going to have to probably re-look at that side of the city, Amy, and see what I can sort of fit in or not. But one of the things that I do absolutely love is the black cabs that we got with the Grand Hotel. So I really wanted some black cabs, particularly out the front of the hotel. But I don't know how I'm going to make that work. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm very confused about what to do with all of that sort of stuff, but we'll see. We'll see how I go. Oh, getting timed out while trolling. Well, you shouldn't be trolling, M Productions. That's what gets you into strife. And then everyone's catching up. Oh, Cornet's here as well. Hi, Cornet. It's lovely to have you here. Yes, we are doing some older sets. So as requested last week, I'm building the older mall, which is a really nice suggestion. Sorry about the glare because I've put extra lights on so that it's a bit less dark and gloomy for you guys. So yeah, building the older mall, which is probably a nice start to building things at the moment, considering that we will be getting a new mall very soon. So that's going to be kind of cool and exciting. And yeah, so I've got that. I've looked at a few other sets as well, but we'll see how long it takes me to get through them all because I do have to scruffle around in everything. As you can see, Cornet, I'm not very prepared at all. So any help that you guys can give me with finding parts, I'll much appreciate. But that is most of this done. Oh, that's all of this done. Oh, no. Let's see. We've got, oh, excellent. Oh, Bricky Tie, I was so excited to see that on Instagram as well, that you were getting to build that up. So I'm very excited for you. As you know, that's one of the sets that I really want to get hold of is the Elf Clubhouse. So yeah, that's so cool. I'm really glad that you had a good build experience with that too. And that it all went together according to plan, which is really cool. Am I going to put the gingerbread house behind the frozen shack? Probably not, because the frozen shack is in the other place. So the gingerbread house I like having here because it reminds me of, you know, festivities and delicious yumminess and all of that sort of thing. So yeah, probably not. I don't think so. Oh, thanks, Will. That's very nice. Oh, so they were trolling you and got timed out because of that. Well, that's okay. Well, it's not okay. Nobody should be trolling you, my lovely little friend. So yeah, that's a bit sad to hear, but you don't get trolled here. So that's the nice thing. Don't ever worry about that type of behaviour here, buddy. We wouldn't let that happen. So yes, I know. Good. Cool. Yeah, maybe. It depends on if I can keep this more built in the meantime, because I'm rapidly running out of room as to whether or not I'll be able to do a comparison or not. Is that the right part? Yeah. Yeah, but I think that would be kind of good fun. I know generally though, comparisons are usually quite good, but it's not like it's going to be very easy for people to get hold of this set anymore. You can, obviously. I know that Cornet's recently got this set, but I just sort of go, I think it's more about, it would be more exciting to do like a combined build, like to build like a giant mall. That's usually where my brain goes when it comes to sets and all of that sort of thing, is that I just want to make things bigger. And then I run out of room. So yeah, that makes things a bit tricky. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know quite what order I'll be able to get the sets in either. So I'll have to sort of get them bit by bit. You know, as you guys know, I'm not a millionaire, so I do have to stagger my Lego purchases, as many of us do. But the mall is definitely one of the sets that I want to get. I have done up my little list, so I do have a pretty good idea as to what's coming out, what's on the Lego website, what prices are listed on all of that. So hopefully that will make things a little bit easier as well, planning ahead, which should be really good fun. So we'll see how I go around all of that stuff. Raptus is here. Hi, Raptus. Where are we? Oh, after the holidays? Yeah, maybe. Oh, no, probably after the holidays. I might actually take the gingerbread house down and then rebuild it in December again. I haven't seen the new police station. Oh, yes, I have seen photos of the new police station modular. I do think that that's a really lovely looking build. And it seems that a lot of people are really excited about adding that to their cities, which I think will be really exciting. So, yeah, I think that that's a really great thing. Yes, Brickish, that's wonderful advice. It is just about ignoring that. Yeah, I can. I'll see how I go. Hi, Raptors. I know, poor Greg. we'll be freaking out if he saw this. I don't know. But I am thinking as I'm scruffling around in all these parts that maybe I should be knolling because finding the big bits and the brightly coloured stuff isn't too bad, but finding some of the one by ones is not really coming into my favour at the moment. So we'll see. We'll have to see how I go. But let's keep building up some of this. I think this is the little photo booth that I'm building at the moment, which is really cool. I do think this is a really cute little set. Okay, we've got this. We've got this. What else do we need? We need more little things. I can't find anything. This, no, I found it. Okay, guys, I'm getting there slowly. Right, this goes in there, that goes through there, and into here. So this will be a very interesting experiment, I think. I don't know. I think it's going to depend. I've only seen a few little photos of the new mall, but I do think that they're kind of similar enough to be able to sort of be combined, hopefully. We'll see. I always like the idea of being able to combine sets, but again, it's just finding time and space and extra parts and all of that sort of stuff to be able to do that. I have been doing a few other little builds this week as well, which has been so much fun, doing some more of my like mocks, like my own creative stuff, which is really great fun. But I just run out of parts and then I just get stalled in being able to sort of do anything more with them. So that's always a bit of a shame to do that. Okay, that's looking good. Cool. Now we just need more bricks. More bricks. Oh no, I know. Oh, that's no good, Corne. Oh, not until March? Oh, okay. Yes, we'll have to, well, yeah, then I might be able to rebuild it, hey? That's really cool. I know, knolling is always really cool. yeah, it's always sad moving on, and yeah, it's always sad moving on and having friendships change and all of that sort of thing as well. It can be, yeah, it's not nice when that sort of stuff happens. So, yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. But hopefully you guys will be able to keep in touch and maintain your friendships and all of that sort of thing. I know that, it's not the same, but some of the friends that I made in uni, I still see, which is really lovely and awesome. But it isn't the same as seeing them all the time and every day and all of that sort of stuff. But I think that that's also just part of life, really, is that people always sort of change jobs and move on and change life paths. But people who are really special and really important to us will always sort of, stay in our hearts and all of that sort of thing anyway. So hopefully it won't be too bad. I know. I know. It's been a long time, hasn't it, in production? So I'm still really pleased with my first few videos. There's a lot that I would do different, obviously, because I think everyone feels the same. But I really enjoyed, I still really enjoy making videos. That's why I still make them. I just think that it's so much fun, and getting to know all of you guys has just been such a huge blessing in my life. So yeah, it's really lovely to have, made such lovely friends in the Lego community. So, okay, cool. I think that this is mostly done. I've still got to try and find this little 1x1 tile for down here. And then there's also a tile with like photos on it as well. So throughout my rummages, hopefully I can come across that. So we'll just have to see. Yeah, this original mall has a couple of floors, and the new mall has a bonus tiny third floor. I don't know how I'll combine them, Mark, because I wish I was one of those people who could like just see it and build it, or be able to do like building on like the computer programs and those sorts of things. But I am very much, I don't know whether or not I've got these parts. Okay, I don't think that I've got the stuff for this part of the build. So for this section, we might just skip over this bit, which is this little bit here, because it doesn't look like I've got those speakers or those cone bits or this bit. Oh, but it does look like I've got the palm tree bits. Okay, cool. So there's some bits that I've obviously ferreted away to do something else with. Oh, yeah, so quite often when I'm building, particularly combining sets, I do tend to take everything apart and put it back together again over and over again many times. That's just sort of how I build. And as much as I would love to be one of those lovely talented people that can like build via computer programs and that sort of thing, is that I do actually really like seeing what I'm building and putting it together, taking it apart, putting it together over and over again. So, and quite often with my builds, I'll sit them here and I'll look at them for a few days, quite a few days, before I feel like they're finished. So for me to build mocks and to combine stuff does take a while. And quite often, whenever friends of mine who know that I enjoy building Lego and that type of thing, say to me, oh, you should go on Lego Masters. I'm just like, I'm such a slow builder. I'd always run out of time. I can build the sets quite quickly, but my own mocks, I take a long time to build my own mocks. So we've got one little palm tree. Let's get the other little palm tree done. And then hopefully that might mean that most of the accessories are done as much as they can be. So yes, we shall see. What else? So, yeah, I'd have to build them both and then figure out how I would combine them. That's a very long-winded answer to probably quite a simple question, Mark. Cool. Oh, yeah, the movie theatre is definitely up there on my wish list. So, yeah, that's one that I'm definitely looking forward to getting hold of. And then, do you have another sign somewhere? Okay. Oh, we do have another sign. Okay, cool. Right. I've got bits sort of happening now. I still just need to find that tile in there and the coloured, and the photos. So just remind me about that, guys. Figure that out. Oh, and that's handy. That might save me a bit of time since I've already got the tiles down, which is nice. So, yeah, but I think combining the walls would be really good fun. That's definitely something that's up there. But again, I do have so many other mocks that are on my wish list as well. Even, Mark, like what you were saying the other day in the comments about expanding on Tiana's space, I think that would be absolutely awesome and amazing. I'd really like to do more with Tiana and New Orleans and all of that sort of thing. So, oops. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think that the cinema set is going to be quite a popular one. It'll be interesting to see whether or not we then get like a Lego City version of a cinema or something like that in a year or two, because quite often I've noticed that we'll have the Friends version and then a year or so later we'll then get a city version. They did that with the hospitals, didn't they? Which was kind of cool. But I don't know whether or not the city has ever had a hotel. And I also think that they did it a little bit with the, what was the other thing? It just escaped my mind as well. Yeah, there's been a couple of things where I've sort of noticed that they'll do it with the Friends line first and then they sort of come out with the, like the Lego City version a bit later. And there's lots of stuff going on in the chat. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'm getting up there. I think I posted my thank you video so late though. So, you know, it's really nice. It is really lovely to see that people are enjoying my channel. So I well, Amy, you usually have the best ideas for what parties to have as a thank you video. So I'll have to have a think and see. It will depend on the timing as well, I think, won't it? As to what's happening and what's sort of relevant as well, which will be sort of quite interesting. And if there's anything else going on in my build universe as well that we could potentially tie into that. A single Bionicle set, maybe. I did manage to find and order the Hidden Side Haunted House, so I'm really looking forward to having that come in. But I did need to get that internationally as well, so that's going to be probably a little bit of a wait. And then I ordered a whole heap of other parts for different bits and pieces and things as well. So fingers crossed that when that comes in, I'll be able to build that with you guys. But considering that for Halloween we built princess castles and Rapunzel's tower and all of that sort of stuff, we'll probably end up building the Halloween set for, I don't know, Valentine's Day or something. We'll get everything a little bit backwards and everything will be slightly quirky, but in a good way. So, yeah, we'll see. I don't know whether or not we'll ever get a police station because we've not ever had firefighters or police or anything as part of the Friends line yet. So we have had obviously the go-karts, which was really awesome. I really enjoyed that whole thing. I felt that that was really good fun. I loved those sets. I recently had a little bit of another rummage through those in order to put them away for storage a bit better, which is good. But we haven't had any police or fire or anything like that, have we? So I don't know whether or not that's something that they'll ever intend to do with Friends sets. But I don't know. They might. We've gotten a lot of vets. So we do get lots of vets, and then we do get the jungle rescue stuff. I'd still quite like to see like more of like an Arctic rescue. I think that would be really cool with like polar bears and penguins and stuff. I think that would be really nice, really good fun, and a nice way to get other animals in the Friends wave as well. So we'll see. So yeah, lots of chat going on between you guys, which is really cool. Cheap little one, just to say that you have a set. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, but M Productions, you kind of know what I'm like as well when it comes to that sort of stuff, and I just end up having that weird thing in my head where I want to collect all of it. So that's the other thing that I sort of have to be a little bit more careful of. It's not them falling down a rabbit hole of wanting to have the entire range of barnacles. So, yeah, I know, it's a bit bizarre. It's a weird thing that goes on with that sort of stuff, but I think that most people, if you like having a collection of stuff, then you kind of get it. But I know that not everyone sort of thinks that way, which is absolutely fine. I always really admire people who are just happy to get the sets that they love. And they sort of go, it doesn't matter what theme they're in, I really like the look of this, so that's what I'm going to be getting. Right, now we get to put in some arches. Oh, Pucky's having a little grumble again. I think that some of the neighbours are making noise again. I can sort of hear them. You guys might not be able to hear what's going on outside, but I can sort of hear them a little bit. So Pucky's telling them what's what. Oh yeah, I like that fancy dress party. I'd have to get Brick Emotion to lend me all her fantastic repaints, which would be really good. A movie night party I really like the idea of, particularly if we've got the cinema by then as well. And then a tea party I like the idea of as well. Sorry, In Productions. I hope your dogs aren't going bonkers now. Park. Cool. So let's just keep building away. Yeah, they do make a lot of Friends vets as well. That seems to be a really popular thing. Maybe lots of Friends fans like the idea of being a vet. I don't know. Okay, now we get 4 of these. Add them in. But there are a lot of the vet sets that I do really like. So I'm not complaining about it, but I do. It's tricky to then think about how to factor that into like a city. Like in my little dream world in my head, I'd just love to have like a huge shed or room or whatever, enough space where I could just continue to add sets rather than having to sort of put stuff away and just have like an expanding Friends Disney princess universe. It's unlikely that that's ever going to happen because that's, that's my little dream. But, we can all dream, but it's unlikely that that's going to happen. But again, I just sort of go, it is still sort of like kind of interesting that I sort of think, I don't know how I could justify having that many vets in one town, but they do have a lot of animals, so, you know, maybe they do need lots of vet care. Who are we to judge what Heart Lake City or Doraville needs in the way of veterinary care? So, 1950 style diner. Yeah, I really liked the one that came with the go-karts in productions. I thought that was a really nice sort of diner build. So yeah, I really liked that, and that would be really cool to have in a city, I think. Cool. Right. So that's that little bit built. Now let's add in some of these bits to finish off the top. So yeah, it'd be interesting. I also would love to see more of that sort of like Art Deco style of architecture as well, like from the downtown diner. I think that would be really lovely to have as well. So that type of architecture is just my aesthetic. Love it. So yeah, I would love to see more of that for sure. Okay, I need one more tile. Oh, Puppy's still crying. It's okay, Bobby. Don't know why he's so stressed. Oh, is that it? Oh no, that's not the bit that I was looking for, but that is a bit that I do need. Yeah. Okay, that's cool. I'm happy about that. Excellent. So, okay, I do still need a tile up here, guys, but let's see where else we're up to. Oh, more flowers for out the front. Oops. More of these. Let's see if I can find that other. Oh, there it is. Cool. Cool. Right, let's put that to one side, and then let's see where we're heading next. Next instruction booklet, book number 2. Oh, so we're going upwards. Cool. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Oh, I'm so far behind in comments. Maybe they could have police and firefighter doctors in the Friends cubes, yes. Yep, I agree. That's a great point. I think that's a really nice one. Oh, Raps is here. Hi, Raps. I almost missed you. Sorry, I was building away frantically. Yeah, I think that's where it is. We do have lots of animals in the vet sets, so clearly that's it. So many animals. Get enough friend sets and you could build a zoo. I know, I'd love to be able to do that one day. I think that would be really cool. I am still very much plodding along with my combined jungle area though, so that's sort of coming along very slowly at the moment. But potentially maybe over Chrissy and like New Year's and whatever, it might speed up a little bit. So we'll see. It would be nice to be able to show you something a bit more finished, I think, in January. Would be really good fun. So that would be awesome. Let's see what else is happening. Shoot. Oh, yes. Andrea's house, I think, looks really nice. It was one of those things, and I've said on here before that I was actually really surprised that it wasn't more modern, Mark. I thought that it was going to look more like Livy's Popstar house. I don't know why, but that's just what I had in my mind of the type of house that Andrea would live in. But I just think that the house that they've given her is so gorgeous. It's just really pretty, and I think that it's going to fit in really nicely next to Emma's and Stephanie's house as well, and even Olivia's to a certain degree. But I guess Olivia's house is a little bit older now. It would be really nice to sort of do like more of a revamp of that, I think. But we'll see. Now that we've got Andrea's house, that might be something that will actually end up happening, is that we might end up getting an updated version of Olivia's house. Because, yeah, that's probably about due, I think. It's probably worth happening. But it's also really nice that we've got Andrea's parents and little sister and all that sort of thing too. So there's so much about Andrea's house that I'm really looking forward to, which is awesome. So, oh, that's so cool. And Productions is so close to his goal. Hopefully, that would be really nice for you to be able to get 6 more subs in 5 days. So, yeah. Yeah, I think Andrea's house will be good. There'll be lots of good parts in that, but quite often there are really good parts that come out in like the friend sets and everything. So that doesn't particularly surprise me. But I didn't know that Olivia's mum is a police officer, so that might actually be where we could potentially get Friends police sets if she's going to be a police officer. I know that in the most recent aeroplane set, they did have more of a pilot uniform as well. So previously they didn't really have something that looked that specifically like a uniform, if that kind of makes sense. I don't know. But yeah, in this one they actually did. So maybe they are figuring that they could start to do a little bit of a, like, I don't know, have some police or fire sets or whatever going on in these builds. That was a very stalled way of saying that sentence as I was looking for parts. Oh, this one I think is the one that I need. And then all of these. Okay, right, cool. I don't know, I do recall whether, I don't know whether or not I've got enough of these like little cylinder pieces. I do recall something about when I was building this losing one or not having one or something. I don't know. And I might have swapped some out with these, just like the cylinder instead of the cone pieces. So I don't know, we'll see. We'll see what happens with these little stools here. But if I don't have enough parts, then something has gone astray for sure. Okay, I've got one stool down, 3 to go. What else is happening there in the chat? Right, found all the tops of those, so that's looking promising. Got to do some more stretching. Maybe 2. Oh, no, I do have enough parts. Oh, well, that's good. Maybe I did sort it out then. Oh my gosh, I know. I'm really looking forward to seeing your Rapunzel's Tower as well, Rap. So I think that that's going to be so exciting. But it's also something really nice for you to do, hopefully now that you've wrapped up with your university stuff. I'm assuming that all of that has finished for the year and that you do get to have a little bit of a relax now, which would be really nice. So, yeah. And that's one of the things that I really enjoy about Lego as well, is being able to do it as something I enjoy and just something to sort of wind down and all of that sort of thing. So, yeah. But I am looking forward to seeing your tower mock. I think so many of us are. So it'll be nice to see that pop up on Instagram at some stage. But again, no rush. It just takes as long as it takes, doesn't it? And as lovely as it would to be able to just power through and get all this stuff done, it's not always sort of as possible as that. I find it very interesting and strange as to when inspiration strikes or doesn't. So, yes, you'll just have to see how you go as well. Right, looks like my little waterfall is happening. Oops. And more of these little yellow flowers. What else do I need? Oh, another one of those transparent pieces. So much stuff in front of me still. Oh, no. I do need 2 of those. And 2 more. Oh, there's one thing that I'm looking for. So slowly. Oh, bless. Oh, yes, that would be lovely, about doing different jobs. And today it had an owner of a tea shop, and she has a tea bus where they drive around while people have tea and cake. Oh, my God, that's so cool. Maybe we should, for our 500 subscribers, do some sort of like a tea party. I think that would be really cool. Finally, no more university problems. Yes, that's good, Raps. I'm glad that you've all finished up at university. And then got my big writing school. Oh, no, it is gorgeous. Totally gorgeous. When I saw that on Instagram, I was just like, no, that looks absolutely amazing. I'm so pleased that you have been able to put all of that together and make it look so gorgeous, Corne. That's just so fantastic. Absolutely awesome. Really pleased about that. M Productions is feeling guilty that he didn't cook his family breakfast. Oh, Ruth's tea time stream, yes, served with sausage rolls at the tea party. Exactly. Oh dear. I know, sounds like a great time. I'm down for that. Okay, I still need one part here. For some reason I can't find that little bit, but let's carry on and see if it will pop up at some stage and leap out of this pile. But I don't know whether or not this is all the parts. It doesn't look, I don't know if it looks like there's enough here. Okay, well, we'll see. Okay, more trans blue. There's one. Oh, and that might actually be the bit that I want. We'll see. Let's flick ahead. Let's see what's going on. Yes, excellent. Okay. That's there. Oh, and let's see if it's these parts that I needed as well. But I still need to find this other little bit here before I can move on. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Can any of you guys see the little 1x1 round cone piece? Okay, I'm going to have to swap this out. Let's see. I'm going rogue, gang. I've made an executive decision to see whether or not it's a success or a failure as I progress in the build and nothing matches up from here on out. I'll make the sausage rolls. Yeah, I know. Well, they've done a lot of other vans, haven't they? They've done like the juice van, which is one of the sets that I do actually have behind me. I know that you guys didn't request that, but I couldn't find any of the park sets, Amy. So I don't know where I've put those, but they're obviously somewhere safe. There were a few things that I couldn't really find, and that was some of them. So I pulled out some other stuff, and I thought that the juice van might be quite good fun. So that's in the little pile, depending on how we go tonight with time and all of that jazz. So we'll just see what happens. And I don't know, this feels like, oh no, hang on. Okay, cool. Right, that's looking good. Okay, let's figure out how we're going to do this side. Yeah. Cool. Productions is going to make the sausage rolls. Right, so it's the Heart Lake City Shopping Mall. I know, I think that the 2021 mall also looks really nice, wraps as well. I think that that's one of the reasons why we thought that it would probably be quite good fun to build this one, so that we can have the idea of the older mall in our heads when we all start getting hold of the newer one, which will be really cool. So we'll see how we go with our malls, but that's definitely one that I really like the look of. So yes, okay, it looks like we've got these bits still. So we go in there. Cool. One more. Oops, there's more people walking past my house and Puppy will start barking again. Raps, cover your dog's ears. Oh no, not Raps, in Productions. You've got the dogs that always bark. Oh yes, I think that what did we learn? Yeah, I think that it's going to be a really nice set, that mall, and that's where I just sort of go. I do think that it would be really interesting to try and combine the newer one with this one. I think that would be really interesting. Productions, Ruth, what did we learn? I don't know, in Productions. Almost sort by colour. Yes, fair call. Fair enough. Okay, now where do we go? We've got a little random grey bit that we then pop onto here. Yay! Oh, that's looking so cool. Love to slide into a ball pit right now. Cool. This. Okay. Oh. Cool. I do already have this sign pre-done, which is really cool. Yeah, it is. It's one of those things where I just sort of go, it feels really funny not to have Christmas in summertime though to me, because that's all I've ever known. So I always sort of go, I don't know what it's like to celebrate Christmas and New Year's cold. even though I lived in the UK for 3 years, and obviously it snowed over there and all of that sort of stuff, but it still just doesn't feel like Christmas to me. It feels like winter time. So yeah, Christmas in Australia is a bit different, probably, compared to what you guys are used to. I have had some Christmases either at the park or down the beach where we've done like a barbecue and those sorts of things, but a lot of the time, oh, I thought it was done. Oh, let's move that back. Got to put the railing in, gang. Yeah, but a lot of the time, more recently, what we've been doing is we've just been going up to my mum and my stepdad's like farm, and then just have Christmas up there with them, which is really nice. So they sort of like on their property, they sort of like live at the top of a hill, and then that sort of looks down on a lake. And we usually just have like, it's not a roast dinner because that would heat up the house too much, and it's usually really hot at Christmas time. So we usually just have like cold meats or quiche and lots of salads and fruit and all of that sort of stuff. And then we usually have like a pavlova or something like that for dessert, which is also really nice as well. So yeah, that's sort of like the little Christmas thing. And then usually it's this is probably very similar to other families where we then all tend to sit down and watch some movies and that sort of stuff. Oh, I don't think I've got the car either. Okay, we'll skip that bit. I did see this car though, but I didn't realise that was part of the mall. And now I know where that car belongs. Cool. Okay, on to book number 3. So yeah, and then we just sort of have a nap in the afternoon and then have like leftovers and that type of stuff in the evening, which is really good. And Pucky really likes being up on the farm because he doesn't have to be on his lead and just gets to run around with all the farm dogs, which is really funny because he's short and cute and roly-poly and they're all fast and athletic. But he has fun, which is the best thing. And then the poor farm dogs usually all have to sleep outside, and Pucky usually comes in and sleeps with me in bed because that's where he usually sleeps. So he gets the best of both worlds. I don't think that my stepdad particularly likes Pucky sleeping inside, but he doesn't really have much of an option. Oh, no, hang on. I think that's the one that I took away. Okay. So we're now moving on to the sports store by the looks of things. Yes. Yeah. So that's sort of like, I think it's just different, but it's also that whole thing about it's whatever you're used to as well. And I think that, I think that different cultures sort of have different traditions anyway. So as far as I can work out, like doing festive stuff changes depending on what country you're in. So it is. It's still quite warm here. I do actually have the fan on again tonight, which hopefully isn't too disturbing for you guys. I do have it down quite low. So hopefully that's not making too much noise. Oh, I'm going to be using the phone stand for the movie theatre because you can't go to the real movies. No, I know. But, again, we've just got to do what's best to try and keep everybody safe and healthy. So, and I think it will be interesting as well to see how much we appreciate things when we can sort of go back and start doing the things that we enjoyed again. Obviously, when the time's right and all of that sort of thing. So, yeah, but it is going to be interesting to see how people respond to the movie theatre and whether or not they're going to get jealous of their minifigs about being able to go out and enjoy themselves more than what we can. I think Yes, that is what goes there. Cool. Right. Okay, I'm now up to date. Then clip our little skateboard in, which is really cute. Okay, now I did see that. And yeah, so yeah, I am looking forward to having a bit of a celebration this year. I know. I've only ever built one snowman ever in my life, and that was when I lived in the UK. So yeah, that's still a bit of a rare thing for me. An unusual thing would be building a snowman. And I must admit that I was very bad at it as well. And fortunately, some of my British friends did have to give me a few tips and hints about how to actually build anything with snow. I think I kept on getting all the top stuff, which was all the sort of fluffy powder stuff that wouldn't actually stick together. And they were like, no, you've got to dig down and actually find the more compact stuff that will hold its shape better. I was just like, okay then. So it was a very weird thing. Who's doing that? Oh, Pucky's having a drink. Right. Okay, that's just a plain window on this side. Oh, the movies that I watched Emma, which is like the Jane Austen adaptation. So I got that on DVD, which was really cool. I do quite like my historical documentaries and films and those sorts of things. So I really enjoyed seeing that. So yeah, which was really nice. And then I also watched Birds of Prey, which was the new Harley Quinn movie as well. So which I actually really enjoyed it. I thought that it was really good fun and a really cool DC movie. There haven't been heaps of really good DC movies, but I actually really liked that one. So I don't know why so many people were having a go at that, really. Well, I don't know. But yeah, I thought that was really good fun and a bit of a laugh. I think that Harley Quinn's a really interesting character and a really fun character. And I thought that Margot Robbie played her really well, both in Suicide Squad and in this one. So yeah, it was good. It was really enjoyable. A very nice Saturday. It was really good fun. Okay, I've got to get more. I think it's this part. Yes, that's what I need. I've still got a few other bits. Okay. Yeah, cool. Right. Reading and building. And I probably should have double-checked some of this parts. Well, at least I now know that I'm missing a few parts, like the car and the DJ area and the stage. But I do sort of think I probably know where those things are, so that should be okay. Okay, here's this. Cool. Ooh. Put these in. More of these neon ones. So, but I haven't actually watched any super new movies for a really long time either. So, yeah. Oh, and another question: what do you eat for New Year at 12 o'clock? Here we eat grapes. Well, it's sort of been interesting when it comes to that stuff because I've had dogs for so many years, and the dog that I had prior to Pucky, he was really scared of fireworks. So I always felt super guilty about going out on New Year's because he'd be terrified. So I used to just stay home and turn the TV up, turn the volume off on the TV and watch whatever was on the telly with my dog to try and keep him calm. And then if he needed to hide under the bed or anything like that, I'd just sort of go and do that with him. Pucky's not quite so bad when it comes to fireworks and that sort of stuff, but I've also, now I'm a little bit older, I don't really go out a lot. So I usually just sort of stay home by myself for New Year's. And I don't really sort of do that much, which is cool. Like, that's what I want to do, and that's my choice. So, yeah, but yeah, it's not, I think it's probably more like drinking champagne, I think. And then the other thing has been like going to barbecues, but that seems to be like a standard thing that we do in Australia for most celebrations is have a barbecue. When in doubt, we have a barbecue. So that's just sort of how it goes here, which is nice. It's a nice way to celebrate, I think. But it's pretty relaxed. I think that's probably the other thing, is that Australia is very sort of relaxed when it comes to customs and those sorts of things as well. And considering that, like, we're a colony, so even though our wonderful Aboriginal people have been here for thousands of years, like colonial Australia has only just been here for, I think, a little over 200 years. So again, it's sort of different when it comes to customs and that sort of thing as well. Yeah, so it's interesting. What do I think of Snow White's cottage? Oh, Aurora's cottage, the Sleeping Beauty cottage that we got recently is absolutely gorgeous. The Snow White cottage that we got a few years ago, the 4+ one, is one of the sets that I have been modifying. So I am in the process of trying to update that and make that a little bit bigger and a little bit different. So that's one of the sets that I have been working on this week, is Snow White's cottage, which is really nice. I really like that. And then the Aurora's cottage that we got a little while ago, I think is so beautiful. I just think that that's such a lovely set. Both that set and Rapunzel's Tower have been like really nice sets, in my opinion. I think that both of them were so gorgeous. A Sandbank. Yeah, there are people that do make like sandmen on the beach. So instead of making a sand castle or a snowman, you combine them two to make a sandman on the beach for Christmas. There's quite a few photos if you Google online Australian sandman sort of thing. Which is cool, which is really nice. It's good fun doing that stuff. Okay. We are getting there. I still don't know whether or not there's enough parts to build everything, or whether or not I've somehow or another gotten myself muddled and missed a few along the way, which, as you guys know, is entirely possible. So we'll see. Oops. Oh, Cabbage Face is here. Oh, hi, Cabbage. Sorry, I'm really far behind in the chat. Reading, building, filming, multitasking. Yes. Oh, just the old one? Yeah. No, I love it. Yeah. That's one of the reasons why I'm going to be, well, one of the reasons why I am modifying it at the moment is because I think that it's a really cute build. I wish that we got more Snow Whites. I'd also love to see whether or not we'd ever get dwarves as well. Maybe now that we've got micro dolls, that might be a possibility. But I think it would be cuter to have the dwarves as minifigs rather than mini dolls, but still have Snow White as a mini doll. So, but there sort of seems to be emphasis on some of the princesses, but not so much on the others, which is also a little bit strange too. But I think that Lego just has to go with what sells and what works, I guess. Harley Quinn stuff, Batman the Animal. Oh, but in liquid form. Oh, yes. Oh, Mama's Bricks is here. Hi, Mama's Bricks. Sorry, that was ages ago. I'm behind in the chat. Cabbage is here. Hi, Cabbage. It's lovely to have you here as well, buddy. I hope you're going good. Good. Oh, that's fine, Raps. All good. Cool. Alrighty. I think I've now caught up, which is nice because I was quite behind there, wasn't I? So I feel a bit better now that I'm all caught up with everything that's going on. Ooh. Peeling everything off. I keep sticking to the instructions like I was last week. Okay, this. And I had seen another one of these, but I seem to have lost it again. Oh, here it is. Found it. Good. Okay, I've got the little bat thing and the 2 pairs of flippers. Oops. And 2 of these. There's a car outside. I wonder if Puppy's going to start barking again. That was going to happen. Okay, flippers, you can just sit in there, I think. They can just go there on the floor. Then we've got our little snowboard on this side. There we go. Excellent. So that's that little section done, which is really cool, the sporting goods. So I think that goes, I don't know, this side, that side. Oh, and these. Yes. And that second back can go there. This can go here. Oops. I was sticking to everything again and going croaky. Almost forgot to put the flowers out the front. I should know better. Every good friend's build must have flowers included. Right, next little section is the little fast food place, which I think goes on top here, which should be really good fun. I do actually quite like this fast food build. Or not. Oh, maybe I'm missing. Yeah, I think I'm missing this bit. Okay, well, we'll have to skip this bit. I didn't think that it looked right. I'm going to have to rummage later, guys, and see if I can find parts. Okay, this stuff it looks like I've got. So let's do this bit. Looks like I've got the stuff for the spa. And it also looks like I might have the stuff for the wedding dress shop that goes above this as well. But we'll see. We'll have to see. It does look like some of these things are missing. So obviously I'm not doing terribly well with storing my parts. But as I've been going through my storage boxes, I did actually find a whole heap of snow resort stuff the other day as well. And I didn't realise that that's where all that stuff was. So I was quite glad that I found all of that again. And I think that that's why it is handy to go through and double check sets and all of that sort of thing. I also have a funny feeling that maybe at some stage I did need to borrow some of the tan parts out of the fast food place. So I'm not too sure whether or not I ever put them back. I don't know. So maybe that section of the mall got parted out. I'm not sure. I can't really remember. We'll just have to see how we go, see what happens. Yeah. But we've got quite a few other sets here to build anyway. Oh, yes. I think that would be absolutely fantastic, Mark. It's a really lovely build. So I'll keep my fingers crossed that that's something that you'll be getting as well. I've still got, when did we build that? I did build that on stream a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago. I did manage to get hold of the set fairly quickly, like not super fast because I'm in the middle of nowhere in Australia. But yeah, fairly quickly I was able to get hold of that, and then we sort of built it on stream one evening on Saturday, which was really lovely. And I've still got it built. It's in my other room because I just had to keep that built because it's so gorgeous. Such a nice set. So hopefully, Mark. In productions, the sun rises for me 3 hours after you wake up. I know. Well, I prefer sleeping in. And then too busy for Lego, unfortunately, but holiday and lockdown now, so we'll be home a lot. Fingers crossed that you'll get more time for Lego building then, Mama's Bricks. So, yeah, it's been interesting here with lockdown in Australia. Things have been like opening up and then sort of restricting back down again. There's still been a few cases popping up over east, but not that many, thankfully. So it's just being really careful about how it's getting monitored, I think, at the moment here, which is good. It's always important to try and stay as safe as possible for as long as possible. So, yeah. So we'll just have to see how things progress and see if people can just manage to flatten the curve and all of that good stuff. Do the social distancing thing and whatever, because it does seem to make quite a difference to our mental health and everything, doesn't it, to be able to stay connected with people and all of that sort of thing too. So hopefully all of that can keep progressing. Okay. Slowly plodding along with stuff that goes this way. And then we've got the various shades of lipstick, which I have been seeing. Okay. That goes in here by the looks of things, I think. Oh, last lipstick. I knew that I'd seen that somewhere. So that's good. Am I going to buy the panda brickheads? Probably not, because I have recently come across some other custom builds of bears. So I've actually been buying those parts instead. So they were part of the lot that I got from Europe, along with the other stuff. What else did I get? Oh, the haunted house. Yeah, so I got the haunted house and that stuff from Europe. So I also got some other bits and pieces as well, including what else did it include? Oh yeah, parts for the bears. So, but yeah, so hopefully when those parts come in, I'll probably do a video, and then you guys can see those builds. I think that they're really cute as far as a custom build goes, and quite nostalgic for me as well. So I'm really looking forward to getting that finished. But that has, I think that there's 8 or 10 bears that I have. So it might just go in like stages as well. So I might just sort of do the first half of the bears when they arrive. And then rather than doing a second video, I might do, I don't know, I might build some on stream if you guys are interested to see that. Or I might just post photos on Instagram and show you guys that. But they're probably also going to go up. Probably in I think in the Lego room where the city is, or maybe in the other room here. I don't know. We'll see where I want to keep those bears. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to having them because they're sort of really cool. But yeah, I probably won't get the. Oh yeah, oh yes, yeah. Because you got the is that the hidden side tower thing, Brett, that you're talking about? Because you got that ages ago, didn't you? And I sort of seemed to miss out on that one. So yeah, I did manage to track it down. But like I said, it's being shipped over. Corne, if you're still there, and Mum's Bricks to you, if you're still there, it's coming from Holland. So yeah. So I did have to laugh when I realised that that's where it was coming from. I was just like, oh, the Dutch have all the best Lego. Best Lego people. The best Lego. And it is one of those Bricklink stores that I have actually shopped from in the past as well. So they're usually pretty good, which I'm really happy about. So yeah, so that should be coming through soon. Well, depending on how quickly it is. But yeah, that's what I was thinking, like a little Build-A-Bear situation I thought would be quite good fun. It may not take too long. I don't think that they'd be very fast to build, but I think it would be like a really fun stream. So we'll see. I mean, if you guys are keen for me to do that, obviously I'm happy to take those suggestions on board and do that. I think it will probably just depend on when the parts arrive and when the new Lego sets come out and what time we've got over like the holiday period and all of that sort of thing. So I think that it's probably just going to be a combination of that. So we'll see. Hey, Anna family, how are you going? It's lovely to have you here. So what do I think of using Snow White's dress piece on Belle to make a sitting belle? I love that idea. I think that any opportunity that we have to modify or to customise our Lego or our mini dolls or whatever so that then they fit in with our little Lego universe is a brilliant thing. So, you know, I just sort of go, if it works for you, do it. Do it. Have fun. Okay. Because there's so many good things and so many fun things that we can do with our Lego sets. So yeah, I'm all for that stuff, Mark. I think that any of that type of thing is just awesome. And again, you can sort of see that when you have a look at all my different videos as well. I love modifying things to make them work for me and to make that stuff sort of fit into my city and what I want it to look like and to do and whatnot. Oh, I think that's one of the last bows that I needed for this thing. Yay! I think I've found most of the missing parts now. Except for the entire top floor of the fast food restaurant. Yeah, well, in productions, I like people. I think that people are awesome. I do think that a lot of people are amazing and lovely and awesome and kind. But I do, it's usually just me and Pucky here. So lockdown wasn't super stressful for me either. It was sort of like, life as usual. I think the only things that were sort of like a little bit interesting were things like I usually get my food shopping delivered, and during lockdown, everyone was getting their food shopping delivered. Not that that's a bad thing. We should be doing that and staying safe and all of that jazz. But it just sort of meant that I couldn't get that delivered anymore, so I had to go to the supermarket, which was weird. So I hadn't been to the supermarket for such a long time. So, yeah. Which outfit or dress should Lego make for the Disney princesses? Well, I think I've been saying for a while, well, there's a few. I think that it would be really nice to get more variety in our princess dresses. So I was really pleased that we've got Ariel's pink dress, we've got Ariel's green dress, we've got Ariel with a sarong, and we've got Ariel with her mermaid tail. So I just sort of go, that's awesome. Again, Moana doesn't really have many options. So we've got Moana as she is in her Moana outfit. Again, Merida from Brave doesn't have too many outfits. Snow White doesn't really have too many outfits either. So for me, I just sort of go, all of that's kind of good. But it would be nice to maybe have like a Cinderella version where she's actually in like her peasant dress and is wearing more of that sort of attire. I'd also really like to have a version of Belle with her white shirt and her blue dress. I would have loved to have had Belle in her beautiful dark pink rosy coloured winter outfit with that beautiful long cloak and the pink dress under it with the little white fur trim. That would have been so nice in that 4+ set that we recently got, because it was a winter version of Belle's castle, or the Beast's castle really, well, both of their castles in the end. So yeah, all of that I would really like to see. I definitely think that Cinderella, we have had lots of blue dresses for Cinderella, but I think one of the big misperceptions is that Cinderella's dress, I think, is actually meant to be silver, and it was actually the lighting that made it look blue. So like a really pale Cinderella dress probably would be interesting, I guess. I don't know. What other princesses have we had? Oh, Tiana. Yeah, it would be really nice to get Tiana in her more casual outfit as well. Have I missed any princesses? My dog Bubbles. Yeah, exactly. That was the same as me in productions, me and my dog in our little bubble, which I think is a lovely bubble to be in. I'm still in me and the dog bubble here, so it's really cool. And my little dog Bubble is bubbling along, snoring on the floor. So it's having a nice time. We've got no noisy neighbours at the moment. Don't make any mistakes. Corne, mistake, I don't know. I think I seem to be missing the entire fast food restaurant. So I don't know quite what's happened with that part of the build. So I don't know. I may have enough parts here for the wedding shop. I think it looks like I do. So fingers crossed that we'll be able to at least build that part, and then I'll have to go on the hunt and see if I can find the fast food restaurant. I also saw the car that the mall came with earlier today, but I didn't realise that was part of this. So that's in some box somewhere as well. So as my going back through and sorting all my Lego sets, sorting has been going on. Clearly there's a lot that still needs to be sorted, but considering that my Lego sorting is probably very similar to my knolling of my parts prior to building, then you can't really be that surprised that my storage of my Lego sets is a bit shambolic as well. I'm trying to get better. I am. I did start off quite well, and then I built a whole heap of stuff and I didn't want to take it apart. So we've got a bit weird to store that. And then I also didn't write the names of the sets on everything either as I was storing it. So unfortunately I had to learn that lesson the hard way. So yeah, going along slowly. Slowly, my friend. Very slowly. But it is good. It's good fun. I'm enjoying this build, especially now that I've got fewer parts to have to scruffle through. Yeah. Yeah, Bricky time, yeah, that's kind of the same for me as well. Like working from home was a little bit different to start with, but then when I swapped jobs, it kind of just ended up being the same thing. So, and now with the job that I'm in is that I do have the option to either stay at home or work in the office, either or. It just depends on what I've got to do as to whether or not I need to go into the office. And the office computers only just ended up getting set up on Friday as well, so I haven't even been into the office to see how all of that went. So hopefully they're all set up and ready to go, and we'll have a fully functional office right before Christmas. Everyone's preferring to work from home anyway. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Okay, that kind of looks like that's mostly done, I think. But I do have a little table thing that I'm supposed to build, which I think is this, yeah. Raps is back. Aurora in a peasant outfit, I agree. Mulan as a warrior, yeah. Well, we've sort of got a little bit of a warrior Mulan. I thought that it was nice that we've had Mulan we've had Mulan twice and she's been in 2 different outfits. So that's kind of a step in the right direction. Tiana, shiny purple dress, yeah. Yeah, all of that. I'd love to see all of them. Am I going to do a comparison video with the new mall? I don't know. I think was it Mark or M Productions? One of you guys were asking that earlier as well. Maybe. I don't usually do like very, very much comparison because I'm such a fence sitter. I just tend to sort of be able to sit there and sort of go, oh, it all looks great and I love it. Because I do. Any Lego that I can get my paws on is good Lego in my mind. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Oops. We'll see how I go. I think it would be better fun to maybe try and do like a combined thing, which is sort of what I have sort of done a little bit with the oh dear, whatchamacalls it, with the with the jungle sets. So yeah, I think that would probably be more my vein, is to maybe see if I could do like a mega mall. I think that, oh, Dan's here. Hey, Dan. Oh, That's not nice. I think you can report that. Report that for bullying, because that's really, that goes against terms and services of most social media platforms. If that's what they've put up on YouTube, that definitely violates their bullying and harassment policy. You can report it for bullying. And, you know, just know as well, mate, that that's not true either. Okay? So, you know, just don't pay too much mind to that. Dan's here. Lovely to have you here, Dan. I hope that you're chilling out on your Saturday and that you've got your Nintendo going as well. That's always a nice thing to be doing on a Saturday. I have fallen down a complete rabbit hole of watching Animal Crossing videos on YouTube at the moment. I think some of you probably know that I don't have a Nintendo or anything like that. Spend all my money on Lego. But I do play the pocket version on my phone, the Animal Crossing's pocket version on my phone. But it's been so nice this week checking out all the actual villages of the different Animal Crossing places that people have. There's like a Tinkerbell village, there's a Narnia village, there's like Winter Wonderland villages. There's so many like really talented people out there. Oh. Oh, no, that's okay. Yeah, so I've really been enjoying watching those. Oh, yes. Yep, exactly. Me too, wrapped. Rapunzel in a white dress at the end of the movie and also in a wedding dress. Cinderella in her working dress and Belle in her winter and her village dress. Exactly, yes. Cool. Merida in her blue dress, Mulan in the dress for the matchmaker, and Elsa in her white dress and Anne in her queen dress. Yes, definitely. Grogu and Gamora saying, I want Pocahontas as a mini doll. Yes, you're in and amongst good company with wanting Gamora as a mini doll. We're always rambling on about Pocahontas as a mini doll on this channel. So it's nice to see that you want that too. I think that there's so many of us that would love to see Pocahontas as a mini doll. I do think that the faces have mostly improved for the princesses. I still don't know what to make of Elsa's face, because part of me feels like it suits her when I see Elsa's sort of newer face from a distance. But up close, it kind of looks like she's smirking, and I don't think that Elsa is a smirker. Like, you know, I don't know. But as far as all the other expressions for everyone, I think that it's absolutely fantastic. Has the highest body count out of all the princesses. I wouldn't be surprised at that, Dan. I think that Mulan is definitely a warrior. And I do really enjoy the original film, like the animated film as well. I haven't seen the live action remake yet. I don't know whether or not I will. I've heard mixed reviews about it from different people. I've watched a few like YouTube reviews saying that they were a bit disappointed in how the adaptation, how much of the story had been changed in the adaptation live action remake. Oh yes, minifigures assemble. I want the Lego Friends girls in pajamas. Me too. And I also want more like Christmas jumpers. For some reason, I thought that we were going to get a whole heap of like more Christmas jumpers and that type of stuff in the cubes. I was hoping that we were going to get some festive cubes and get some of the girls in like their advent calendar outfits, but that didn't seem to happen either. So yeah, it's interesting. It will be interesting to see what happens and what sort of outfits and stuff we get. Oh, that's okay. Britai, thanks so much for stopping in. I'd report it in productions, like regardless regardless of whether or not it's copyright or not, I think that it's probably better to bring up the fact that they're bullying you. So, Smiley wakes from her slumber to say hi. Oh, I miss Miles so much. Yes. Love you, Smiles. So, oh my gosh, for a free movie on the website of a cinema so I can watch Wonder Woman 84 for free. Oh my God, Corne, you're so lucky. I have no idea when I'm going to be able to get the chance to see that. So I'm so excited for you. Yeah, I don't think that I'm the only person that sort of finds the look of Elsa's face a little bit weird. But I think a lot of the other princesses, they've improved, which is why it was sort of like quite surprising for me to see what happened with that. Like, I actually think that the updated version of Rapunzel was really cute. Like, they sort of got her quirky character. And I thought that that was really nice to see how that happened. But yeah, for some reason, I just sort of went, Elsa just ended up not looking like her. She sort of looked not quite right some way or another. Rapunzel's actually the Disney princess to have longest and shortest hair at the same time. And the old Eugene's hair is perfect for Rapunzel's short hair. Yeah. Oh, God. Oh, okay. Did Ellie V just release a video about pajamas? Oh, that's so cool. I think Brick Emotion's also got a video coming up soon as well with Jack Skellington, which I'm so excited to see. Brick Emotion does some absolutely beautiful repaints. Very, very talented ladies, Ellie V and Brick Emotion. So it's awesome. And I'm running out of stuff. Okay. Oops. Oopsies, wrong way around. The flowers go upwards, not downwards. Cool. Okay. And oh, that looks promising. Okay. I'm getting there, gang. And I'm going to assume that those bits will get put in there. Oh, there's the little plate for the photo booth. So that's that bit done. Okay, and this bit goes in here. Oops. Yeah. If I could bring back one old Lego theme, what would it be? I think it would be Paradiso. That's one of the things where I just sort of go, it's so pretty and it's so iconic, and it had some really beautiful colours, like with the more pastel, minty shades, which I think would be really pretty. I also sort of really liked a lot of the builds as well that went along with that. So yeah, that's definitely something that I would absolutely love to see again. What is all this other stuff? Okay, money. Okay, that's obviously fallen out of somewhere. So yeah, I think Paradiso. What about you guys? Is there any themes that you guys would want to see back? Yeah. Oh, DC Superhero Girls. Yes, you can see my DC Superhero Girls superhero school in the background. Last week, Bricksloth did request to build the Superhero Girls school this week. which I knew that I had, but then I didn't realise that I'd modified it. So I did look at it and I was just like, oh, I can just take this apart at some stage this week and rebuild it. That's all cool. And then when I looked at it a bit closer, I just went, oh, no, hang on a second. I've added in extra floors and I've changed some of the classroom stuff around as well. So I have that here just in case Brick Sloth pops in to show them. But, yeah, I think that would be really good. And it's really surprising minifigures assemble as well. That set or that theme didn't sell very well. So, but again, I don't know, maybe, I don't know. Cool. So there's most of our mall. We are just missing a bit up there. But we do have most of it. And then we can put our little photo cart over here, our little handbag cart over here. There's some pet signs here as well, and then a whole heap of other bits and pieces that I am going to carefully put back away before I lose it. So you guys now get to pick what I build next, because I've still got probably about an hour. We've got an hour worth of building to go. So let's have a look. We've got 4 different options. So we've got the little Olivia's Cupcake Cafe, so we can build that one, which is a bit of a newer set. We've got Mia's Treehouse, which was requested by Amy, so we can build that one. Or we've got the Juice Van, which is quite a quick build, so we might be able to build that one and maybe one of those anyway. And then I also was able to find Mia's Horse Trailer as well, so we could potentially build that. So let me know what you guys... The old Lego Junior set that includes Cinderella that has the most light blue dress, and that's my favourite Cinderella. I think Obi-Wan's hut. Not unless you composed it over here to me, Brickish. Monster Hunters. Yeah, I think that was a pretty popular theme as well. Yeah, I think I'm trying to remember which Cinderella. I don't know. I do have quite a few of the Cinderella sets, but I don't have them all. Treehouse? Treehouse and Treehouse. Treehouse it is then. I've got 2 for the Treehouse. 3 for the Treehouse. Excellent. Oh, no. So I was just about to open the horse trailer bag. That would have made things a bit confusing. Oh, dear. Now, let's see. Hopefully we've got all the parts in here. Oh. We'll see. We'll see. If I'm missing parts in here, then you'll know how terrible I am at storing my Lego. Right. And we've still got a few sections that have got chunks on them, which is handy. So we might actually be able to build more than what we expect, which will be cool, which will be good. It's always nice to power through and get quite a bit built. I think it's more entertaining for you guys as well. Okie dokie. Cool. Oh, juice bar. I can do the juice bar another time, Mark. I do have that set somewhere. So depending on how long it takes for the new sets to come out where I live, I may need to do a few more viewers' choices. So I'll definitely make sure the Treehouse. Oh, Tanya's here as well. Hi, Tanya. It's so nice that you're here. I hope that you've been well. So, right. Okay, looks like this bit's the first bit. Oh, this is like the little rabbit bit. I don't know whether or not I've got any of the animals in here. I don't think I do. because I usually put my mini dolls and my animals elsewhere. So I can, but I'll definitely have a look out for the oh, cool, yes. Yeah, I like both of these builds. I think that that's one of the reasons why I sort of pulled them out. I did have a look for some other ones as well that were a bit older, but the builds that I could find was okay, but then I couldn't find the instructions or vice versa. So, oh no, I do have the little bunny here. Oh, well, that's good. I've got the bunny. So yeah, it's just a bit tricky, really, isn't it? Like, yeah, I have managed to sort a lot of my instructions, except for my friend's instructions, because that's the biggest lot that I've got. So all my other instructions are in like tubs and with dividers and all of that sort of thing, which has made it heaps easier to find them. But yeah, unfortunately. Unfortunately not my friend's instructions, which is a little bit silly because that sort of tends to be what I build the most. So we've got the little bunny hut. Oh, the next stream is on Boxing Day, is it? Oh, okay. Oh, that's so exciting, Tanya. I'm really pleased to hear that. I think that building your own city is awesome. Awesome thing to do. Super exciting. And then the next stream is on Boxing Day, is it? Oh, maybe I'll have to have a look and see what dates it is, because I think I might still be up on the farm on Boxing Day. So, the next stream might be actually on January the 2nd. So we might skip next week. So next week we won't do a stream. And then the week after we will, if that makes sense. Yeah. So the next live stream will be the 2nd of January. And again, that might also have to be a little bit of a viewer's choice as well. So I will look out the juice bar just in case I haven't been able to get hold of any of the new sets. Hopefully I will, but I don't want to promise if I haven't. Oops, been able to track them down. Oh, that's not right. Okay, that's because that's this one. Excellent, got it. Cool. So we'll see. Yes, I will be adding the Winter Castle into the other castles. So I do have them next to each other, waiting for inspiration to strike. So I'll give you guys updates about that as I progress it, which will be really cool. Yeah, and we'll just sort of see what happens. We'll see how I go with all of that, I think. And then right, cool. So yes, that will definitely be happening. I will be getting Andrea's house. That's going to be one of the things that I will do. I don't know when though. So because of where I live, it's not always, I can't always get hold of everything as quickly as what I would like. So sometimes it does depend on what's available, what's around, what I can get my hands on, and all of that sort of thing. But I will buy Andrea's house at some stage or another. And I think that Andrea's house would be a really nice one to get to build on stream as well. So build with you guys, because that's a bit of a bigger set. So I think that would be really good fun. So hopefully you guys, that's something that you guys would want as well. I think it would be. It's something that I would want to kind of watch. So I usually just try and build what I want to watch. Make videos that I'd enjoy watching. You know, that's one of those sort of funny things. Yes, I have bought Lego secondhand before. So I did get for my grand hotel, I did get one of those sets new, but then when I decided to expand it and make it bigger, all the other parts that I got for that were all secondhand. So I was able to find them secondhand around the place and get all of them. I also got all the Whisker Haven sets that I then turned into that little petting zoo build. They were all secondhand as well. There was some extra pop star stuff that I got as well, secondhand. And then there's also, I got quite lucky for a little while that I was able to then get some of and then I ended up getting some bulk lots secondhand as well, so which was really cool. So I was really happy to be able to get quite a bit of like Lego Friends Lego secondhand for quite reasonable prices. But a lot of that was just sort of random as well, as that I'd just sort of go on and have a look at what's available and what's around and what was in the sets and all of that sort of stuff. If it was a good price, and then get that secondhand stuff. I think it depends. So I had a fairly good idea because I also get Lego from Bricklink. I usually have a fairly good idea about what it should cost new. I usually have a pretty good idea about what it costs on Bricklink, secondhand or brand new, so that then if I know what it's sort of worth, if I know what I'm supposed to be paying for it, then it's less likely for people to rip me off or to take advantage. But I also, whenever I do buy secondhand Lego, I also bring it home and wash it. So I do usually put it all in like a big tub, put detergent in there, and then I put boiling hot water there as well. And then I also quite often will scrub any parts of it that need scrubbing with like a toothbrush and that type of thing as well. Any parts that have got stickers on them, I usually put them to one side. So I don't usually put those through in hot water, but I will just usually like wash them through with like alcohol wipes, like swabs, just to make sure that that's all sort of clean and everything. And then that also gives me a chance, and that's usually also what I do with some of the mini dolls and stuff like that, just in case I don't want their torsos or their paint or whatever to get damaged. Yeah, and Corne says, yeah, have a look for missing parts. Again, it depends on the price of the set as well. So there's been a few sellers where they've sort of gone, I'm pretty sure that this is complete. But again, if they're not sure if it's complete, then that's usually reflected in the price anyway, which is fine. And then because I've got quite a bit of Lego now in my parts collection, it doesn't worry me too much if I then have to add parts into that as well. And I think one of the secondhand sets that I got is some of the oh my gosh, some of the Frozen sets, the Ice Castle sets and those sorts of things. And again, that was with grandparents, and so they were just selling off some of the Lego sets that their granddaughter used to play with and doesn't really anymore. They sort of said that they did go through and most of it was there, but they weren't too sure if all of it was. But the price was really good. There was a few like little bit of marks and those sorts of things on it, but again, all of that was sort of represented in the price. I think I did end up soaking the stickers off, and then I was just able to find new stickers on Bricklink. So yeah, it just depends. Like again, with the Whisker Haven stuff, I most of the Whisker Haven sets that I found were really super affordable. Like they're small sets, and I wasn't in any rush to buy them either. So I was just sort of like going, yeah, I'm happy to just get that over the course of a month or many years or a year or whatever. My favourite, I've got lots of different favourite movies. It kind of depends on what mood I'm in. I think one of my favourite Disney movies is Moana. And I don't know whether or not that's because there's the sort of warm, tropical vibes to it. I don't know. But I do really love that movie. I think that the story between her and her grandma is really beautiful. Yeah, so I really love that movie. I also really love Zootopia. I tend to watch that one quite regularly as well. I like a lot of the Marvel movies as well. So at the moment, I am going through and watching a lot of the Marvel movies in chronological order. So, which has been really good fun to see them in like a timeline instead of as they're released. So a little bit different. That's all done. That's all done. That's all done. Cool. So yeah, Interstellar is Brett's favourite movie, which is a fantastic film. Yes, I completely agree with Interstellar. Yeah, my brother absolutely loves Christopher Nolan movies. I think that Christopher Nolan did such a fantastic job with the Batman films that he directed as well. I thought that they were really awesome comic book films. And yeah, I really liked Interstellar as well, Brett. Good choice, mate. Did I finish the Agrippala's mock? No. That's been sat there waiting to be finished. Like so many of my mocks as well. I think one of the things that has stalled me with that is that I keep on forgetting to order the arches to go underneath some of the levels. So I don't know why I keep forgetting to check Bricklink for those, but yeah, I just keep forgetting to have a look at Bricklink in order to order those, which then becomes really frustrating when I realise that I could have ordered them and I haven't. So, but I think that that's one of the reasons why that build has stalled, because I've got to really make sure that as I build the levels up and over, that they're secure from underneath. So I do know that the next step that I've got to do with my Agrabah Palace is the rock work in and around all the different sets, because at the moment I do quite like where the sets are placed. So it's just being able to finalise some of that other technical stuff, the boring rock work stuff. Yeah, and Corney saying that, yeah, you've got quite a bit of secondhand Lego recently, and I think that it's really cool. If you can find it and if you feel comfortable with getting it, then I think that it is a really good option. I do know more recently with lockdown and also because of Lego Masters, we've had that TV series in Australia, is that the price of secondhand Lego has increased. So again, Tanya, if you're there, or Tanner, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. I tend to say everything the Australian way, which is not always the same way that things are pronounced internationally. Yeah, so Tanner, again, just see. But do research. That's my big thing. Have a look around. See what you should be paying for it, see what's a good price, that sort of stuff. I know that Mum's Bricks has recently got some really good secondhand Lego prices as well. And she just basically contacted the seller and said, this is how much I'm willing to pay. So let me know if you want to sell it to me for that. And I think that the seller had sort of went, thanks, but no thanks. But then a few of the people that were willing to pay a higher price either didn't show up or, you know, messed her around a bit or whatever, so that then the person just contacted Mum's Bricks and said, fine, there you go. So, yeah, I think it just depends, doesn't it? And then, yeah, and I think that that's also the other thing that's really good, is that when you find good sellers, is that it's nice to sort of build up that rapport with them as well, isn't it? especially if they're selling stuff that they know you want, and if they're selling stuff that, if you're a good buyer as well. That's the other thing with Bricklink that I think is really cool, is that the sellers can rate you as a buyer. So yeah, okay, that. Okay, this little one I think goes in here. Yay. And Avengers Endgame. Oh, such a beautiful, such a beautiful movie. Oh, so you're not Tanner at all. Your grandma's Tanner. Oh, okay, that's cool. Yes, I do have Stephanie's house. And one of the things that I think would be a really cool idea with Stephanie's house is to combine that together. So there were a couple, I think that the house, the 4+ set that recently came out, and then there were a couple of smaller sets. There was like something to do with Stephanie's baking as well, which I think would be really cool to like expand in the kitchen, like to do, I don't know. So that was one of the other ideas that I thought might be quite good fun to try. So, but as many of you know, I just like building. The more I can build, the better. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what I get around to. I think so much of the challenge, though, is finding the time. And then also for me, ordering parts and paying for shipping and then waiting for those parts to come in. Oh, my God, Corno. I just saw that message. The chat's going faster than me as well. And I can't wait for you to order Diagon Alley either. So excited for you. You're going to absolutely love that set. It's so beautiful. I'm going to have so much fun building it. It's just going to be amazing. Every time I look at mine, I'm just so pleased. It's just so gorgeous. I love it. And then Amy's saying, How to Train Your Dragon. Yes, I've heard that that's a very good film, Amy. Tangled. Oh, yeah, I also like Tangled. I also like Brave as well. Rise of the Guardians, yep. Yeah. First, second-hand set is always scary, yeah, but when you get the hang of it, it's cool. Yeah, Mama's Brick say, yeah, give them a message, charge in, give them an option, and then wait. And I think it's also just part of that whole thing, isn't it, Cornet and Mama's Bricks, where you just sort of go, if it's mostly there, then I'm happy with that. Like, you can't get too caught up in it. Like, that's where I just sort of go, I just sort of go, as long as most of it's there, I can go through, I can double check it. As long as most of the bricks are in good quality and good condition, as long as I can clean it and make sure that it's really nice and sanitary, all of that stuff, I just sort of go, then I'm fine with it. Yeah, agree very quickly on the price. Exactly. And I think that that's the nice thing with a lot of sellers, is if they know that you're easy to deal with, then they just sort of go, even if I can get a better price from this person, instead of faffing around and not knowing if they're going to show up and having to haggle with them and all of that sort of stuff, I'm just better off going with the person that's easy to deal with. I actually ended up getting some quite good Lego prices that way. I went to pick up some secondhand Lego from this one woman, and she's just like, I think that I must have undercharged for the Lego, because she's like, everyone keeps going bananas at me and I just can't be bothered dealing with it. Do you want any of these sets as well? And I just went, oh, for how much? And she's like, this is what I asked for it, which was a really good price. And so because I was there, I was just like, yep, sure, happy to do that. And she was just like, awesome. And then she could just message everyone and say, sorry, it's sold. Like, she didn't want to be trawling through and haggling with everyone as well. Yes. Thanks, Corno. That's the one. I haven't renovated any of the houses. I just haven't got around to it yet. But I think the other reason is because I know that LEV has done like a lot of the houses. I wasn't all that fussed about getting to them, which was why I was sort of just focusing more on some of the little shops that I've got. So the bakery and the art cafe and now Harley Quinn's cafe. It's all places where you eat. That's what all my mocks have in common, is that they all involve food. Oh dear. I've been caught out by myself. But yeah, I would love to do the houses. I know that Mama's Bricks, you've been doing the houses as well. You've been sort of turning them into terrace houses, haven't you? Which I think is an awesome idea. So I think it's also just a matter of trying to figure out what I can add. Like, what can I do with the houses to make them my style, like my style of build? Yeah, 95% of the parts as well. Yep. I do want to do a theme park at some stage as well. And I think probably what I will be doing with my city stuff is there'll probably be parts of it that I will keep. And then I think that there'll be other sections of it where I'll probably rotate stuff around. So, so that I can put more stuff through. So at the moment in the middle of my city, there is sort of like a little bit of a blank section where I started to put down the jungle sets. So my intention is to do like a very quick version of the jungle area, which I have got plans for. I've drawn out like little sketches and that type of stuff, and I've sort of started to stack it up on the different planks and all of those sorts of things as well, which is looking really good, and I'm happy with that. I think that I might try and do some of it as like painted and some of it as brick built, just so that then we can so that then I can do it quicker, and then it's also a little bit cheaper for me as well if I'm just doing like painted rocks instead of having to build Lego rock work. And then I was sort of thinking I can possibly do a little bit of that for the ground as well, is to paint in some of the sections, connect them through with Lego, and then put Lego stuff on top, but not worry so much about having everything made out of Lego. Ideally, it would be nice to have everything made out of Lego, but it gets to be really expensive that way. And I just thought that it would be cool to try and possibly do a little bit of a mix and match situation. So we'll see. We'll see how that turns out. We'll see what it looks like. If I'm not happy with it, then I won't be doing it in the future. But I thought that it would be kind of cool to at least give it a go. Yeah, you've renovated Emma's house on the inside. And yeah, Mia's house got a few little things. After the ranch, going to hunt down Stephanie's house, see what house we get. After Andrea's, yeah, I do have another idea about a mock that I would like to try. So, and which will sort of be combining sort of a couple of sets again, which I think will be really, really cool. So yeah, we'll see. But as you know, Amy, I've sort of been more working on Snow White's cottage at the moment as well. So, but once again, I've run out of parts. So in order to finish off Snow White's cottage, I need to get more parts to do the roof. But I think I've figured out how I want the roof done now, which should be really cool. So I've sort of borrowed a little bit of some of the techniques that we learned from Diagon Alley, which was kind of cool. So it's a little bit more of a like a roof that goes like in and up rather than just flat. So it's got that little bit of a curve. And then I think over the top, instead of having it as a point, I want to try and get some of the little archy, some more of this sort of stuff. So it curves over at the top. So it looks a bit more like a little mushroom or something, which I think would look really cute for a cottage in the woods. Considering that I live in Australia and we don't really have woods. But anyway, you know what I mean. Like, let's just try it out and see what it looks like. It's got to be a little bit quirky if it's going to fit into all my other quirky little builds. I think that that's the way it goes, isn't it? Right. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing those. But again, I don't know when it's going to get finished. Like, that's the other thing that's such a struggle town. I'm hoping that at some stage we will end up getting a Lego shop so that then I can get, go to the pick a brick wall, because I think that then that's going to be heaps easier to be able to get bulk lots of parts. I definitely like the idea of a flower shop or a gardening shop or something like that, because as you know, I do tend to use a lot of flowers in my builds. I like a lot of plants. Oh, that sounds like a great idea. Aerial seaside castle with the Eric's kind of castle. Yes, I have also been doing a few like little modifications and that type of stuff with aerial seaside castle as well. So that also needs the roof sorted out, fortunately. Roofs are always my biggest problem, which you wouldn't think so, considering that it's kind of like my name. So, but somehow or another, they always end up being a little bit tricky. But, that's all good. It's all good. So, yeah, that'll be exciting. No, that's okay, M Productions. It's just horrible. I don't like hearing what you've been going through, mate. Like, you don't deserve that. So, again, if there's anything else that we can do to support you or help you out or anything like that, just let us know. But, again, buddy, just honestly, it says more about their characters than what it does about you. Bullies aren't, quite often they're just sort of quite strange people, to be honest. I can't figure out why people need to be mean. I just don't really get that. So, yeah, I think like the juice bar sets are also really gorgeous. Which is why I was quite excited to see that being mentioned, because I think that would be a really cool build to redo to get done. Okay, let's see. I think this way. Yeah, okay, cool. So I think that the juice bar would be a really cool build to redo again. So I'd happily rebuild that. I think that it's such a lovely set. I also think that the frozen yogurt bar as well is a really cool set too. So I think that both of those would be really good to get into a city. I think Amy and we've been talking about like a bookshop as well for quite a long time too. I love bookshops and libraries and all of that sort of stuff. So I think that would be a really cool build. I would probably try and do it more in like the style of like a Friends type build rather than like the Creator Expert modular bookshop that we recently got. Yeah, but there's always so many ideas, isn't there? There's always so many options that we've got around what we can do. Apparently I'm an R-word nerd. That's okay, Raps. Thanks so much for stopping by. It's always lovely to have you in the chat. Take care. Yeah, M Productions, just, I know that it's like, honestly, it's just really petty and silly. Any form of bullying is just you know, unexcusable and it's ridiculous. So again, whatever you need from us, buddy, but, you know, we're here. We like you. We think that you're awesome. So, you know, just I would still encourage you to report them for bullying. You know, that's just me being, you know, the old lady that I am. So, and, you know, encouraging you to sort of follow the procedures and policies and that sort of thing as well. So, yeah. Oh, hang on. I'm going to put these around the wrong way. Oh, I think I have. Okay. Oopsies. I think this one goes up here. This one goes under here. Oops, there. And then in here we get the little axe. What else do we get in here? Roller skates. Was there a basketball here, or has that rolled away somewhere, somehow? Okay, I don't know where that's gone. Scissors? Are there scissors here as well? I lost the scissors too. Okay, I don't know where the scissors have gone either. Whoops. Okay. Right, the book. I do have the book. Spooky Stories book can actually go there. Oh, this can go in here. I do have that. Oh, the torch also goes in here. Oh, Tashon's here. Hey, Tashon. Where I go to get quite a lot of my extra parts is Bricklink. So Bricklink is kind of like eBay or Amazon, where there's independent sellers that just sell Lego. So the only thing that you can buy on Bricklink is Lego. You do have to sign up and make an account, which is fine. You know, I didn't have any problems with doing that, but I don't know how old you are. You don't have to tell us how old you are. Yeah, so you do actually have to have an account with them and sign up. Most of the sellers that are on there, it will give you details about them. So it will say how many sales they've had, what their overall rating is, how long they've been on the site for, and all of that sort of stuff. But then you can also go in and you can basically purchase any Lego. So you can purchase entire sets, either new or used. You can purchase individual parts. So you can create like little wanted lists and then search specifically for those parts that you're after. You can, click it down so that you can just refine it so that you're just searching for sellers that sell in your country, which is really handy. So sometimes if I want to try and get things quickly, then I just search for stuff in Australia. So yeah, Bricklink is really fantastic for that sort of stuff. I think that there's also Brick Owl as well. So Brick Owl does similar stuff, I think, to Bricklink. It's just like a different provider. But I heard so many people sort of mention in passing about Bricklink, and I didn't know what it was. And then once I realised what it was, oh my goodness, then that just really helped me be able to create mocks and be able to do my own custom designs, because all of a sudden I could actually get the parts that I wanted to get hold of, if that sort of makes sense. So yeah, definitely at least have like a search, have a look at Bricklink, see if it's what you're actually after and what you're interested in, and then just sort of go from there. But it's worth at least having a look at and worth exploring as well. But you can get so much stuff on there. Instructions, individual parts, yeah, all sorts. It's really handy, particularly for me because I don't live anywhere near a Lego store. So if I want to get extra parts, then it is just sort of a bit of a matter of tracking them down somehow or another, either secondhand from bulk selling or via Bricklink. So Bricklink was really super useful for me to be able to, get a lot of the extra parts that I like to have for my builds, which is really cool. And then Cornets uses a Dutch website. Facebook Marketplace is quite handy here in Australia as well. I renovated the go-kart set with Andrea and Dottie. That's a really nice go-kart set. Tayshawn, everyone's saying hello. I do know about the secret mini doll in the Lego Disney book, but I've not been able to find. Oh, I have found that. But it's expensive. And I don't know if I can justify buying it and getting it shipped to Australia. And when I did look at it before, and I was just like, oh, should I do it or shouldn't I? I don't know. And I was very tempted. I then thought, well, if I'm going to pay that price to get it shipped all the way from Poland, I should at least get 2 or 3 books, because the books was the cheap part, or the cheapish part. The expensive part for me was the shipping here. So I don't know. So we'll see. I would love to be doing that. Oh, Tayshawn's been taking finals this week. I hope that that's all going quite well for you, buddy. Albania. Oh, okay, cool. So that's where you're from. I hope that you've done. Oh, Bricksloth is here as well. Hey, Bricksloth. Cool. One more left on Monday. Oh, good luck, Tayshawn. You're a very smart cookie, though, so it wouldn't surprise me that you've done well on your finals. But we'll still keep our fingers crossed for you and hope that you have, a good day on Monday. So, and that everything goes well. Okay, I think that's all, everything. So we've got that. Cool, so there's another little tree house. I've still got random stuff going on here though. Don't know. And I'm missing one red flower, and somehow I've ended up with walkie-talkies and skateboards. So we'll see. Let's chuck that in the box down here. Maybe I took the scissors away and put a walkie-talkie in here instead. I don't know. Right, where's my treehouse build? Alrighty, how are we going for time? We've got half an hour. Oh, cool. I haven't ever met Ellie. I would love to meet Ellie V though. I think that she lives over east. So I think that she lives in either New South Wales or Queensland, and I live in Western Australia. So we're we're a long, long way away from each other. But Ellie V was actually one of the people that inspired me to start my own YouTube channel. Ellie V and Brick and Motion were 2 of my favourites that really inspired me to sort of do my own thing here on YouTube. So it's lovely. They're very awesome people. Okay, what do you guys reckon? We've got half an hour. I can probably build one of the smaller sets. Juice van or Mia's horse carriage? Which ones do you prefer? So you guys let me know which one you'd like. I'm thinking maybe the juice van. Shall we start with the juice van? Because I think that that's probably going to be a pretty quick build. And then I might be able to get to the horse trailer anyway. Oh, Jez is here. Oh, Cornet's saying horse trailer, please. Okay, let's do that then. We've got 2 people saying Mia's horse trailer. We can do that. Claire and I have chatted a little bit, but not super often. I know that quite often I do find time differences a bit challenging. Oh, I've had a couple of you guys say juice bar. We might be able to do both. We'll see. I think that both. Oh no, one of my stickers have gone a bit wooky. Let's fix that straight away. Yeah. But yeah, I think Claire's awesome. Especially with their mini doll repaints. So again, the few mini doll repaints that I've done, I was really inspired by her. I think that she's amazing and does some really awesome things. I love Ellie V's, like she's just so creative and super awesome and all of those sorts of things. So yeah, both of them are amazing. That's okay. That's okay, Jezza. We've just been building away and having a bit of a chat. We've been doing some random builds, and I've realised how many of my stored Lego sets have a random assortment of stuff missing from them. So, but it's all cool. It's good. Keeps me on my toes. Oh, and I don't think I've got any horses. So, but I do have the little crate. Okay, starting off. So here we go. Yeah, Cornet and Brick Emotion, you guys do tend to talk a lot. Discord and Instagram, and did a little collab for Halloween, which was awesome. And again, I just sort of think to myself, it's always that thing where there is so much opportunity for everyone to find their space on YouTube. Like I just sort of go, the amount of times where I've just sort of been like, oh, I'm waiting for more content. I'm waiting for more content. So I always sort of just go, you know, it's just about supporting each other. And, you know, like I've said so many times before, I just absolutely love hanging out with you guys and chatting to you all, you know, without getting too soppy. You guys have changed my life for the better. You know, you've really made a huge difference. Oh, yes, please. Yes, definitely. And definitely let us know when you do so as well. Anyone that's going to be doing creative things and, you know, any of that sort of stuff, share it. There's so much opportunity for people to be enjoying this sort of thing. Like, and again, I just sort of go, you know, I just have really appreciated making the friends that I've made and meeting the people that I've met and all of that sort of thing. And while it's like my mind's still completely bamboozled from, you know, the 450 something subscribers that I have. And I know that that's probably a lot, well, it is a lot different to LEV and even a lot different to Brick Emotion as well. But I think that if we just take the pressure off ourselves to be worrying so much about the numbers, like that's where I just sort of go, it's more about the friendships and being able to connect in with people and to chat to people and all of that sort of stuff. You know, I just sort of go, it's been amazing, like absolutely awesome. Rogue is super busy. Yeah, we're all going really well. I've still probably got about a half hour worth of build time. So hopefully I can get this little horse trailer done and the juice van. I think that's probably a possibility, depending on how much talking I do. But I don't have to do as much sorting with these ones compared to them all, which was one of the reasons why I knew that I had to start with them all so that I didn't get too distracted with everything. So sausage rolls were consumed, I know, so many baked goods. There were so many baked products that we were all completely smitten with this week. Oh dear. And I hope that you enjoyed your little cheesy parcels as well, Jezza. I bet that they were absolutely wonderful. So, yeah. Oh, productions. I used to think that you re-uploaded LEV videos. Yeah, I think that there's a lot of similarities, especially with the Australian accent as well. So, but it's also one of those things that I'm quite mindful of. So I'm very mindful that I didn't want to try and do exactly the same as LEV. And that's why I've tried to like steer away from some of the things that she's done. There's even been times where I have filmed and edited most of the video, and then she's uploaded something very similar, and I've just sort of shelved it. I've just sort of gone, I don't know what else I've got to add. So quite often when I'm looking at stuff, I just sort of think to myself, what can I add to this conversation about Lego? Like, what else can I do with this? And I do really enjoy doing the speed builds. And, you know, I think that they're awesome to be able to do. But I have a funny feeling that now that I've been doing live streams, I probably won't be doing as many speed builds in the future. Hopefully I'll be able to focus more on my own designs and doing my own mocks and all of that sort of thing. And then possibly do more building via live streams. But sometimes it's tricky to do that because I just get carried away and want to build during the week and stuff. So we'll see what happens. But again, I think that it would also be a possibility where I could potentially just jump on and stream at different times. So every now and again, even like on a Sunday evening when I've been sorting, I sort of think to myself, oh, it would probably be quite good fun to be doing like a sorting Sunday. But it would probably be like unscheduled. So I don't know how many people would actually be around to watch that. So, yeah. Yeah, oh, exactly. Honestly, like, again, Mama's Bricks, like, I just sort of go, it's been so awesome to see you doing your live streaming and all of that sort of stuff. Like, that's what I mean by there's so much, you know, passion in our community, and there's so many different creative options, and there's so many different things that people can bring to a build that's where I just sort of go, you know, there's enough space for everyone. You know, it's not about being in competition with each other. It's not about who's got more subs than the other person or whatever. It's just like, yeah, let's all just build really awesome things. And even if we're building, modifying stuff from the same set, how I would modify it and how Corne would modify it and how Mama's Bricks would modify it would be completely different. Again, even like how Jeremy would modify any of this would be completely different. And I think, you know, even like, you know, Jezza from Rogue Transformations, I quite often use you as such a lovely example of finding a friend on YouTube, because what we build is so different. So, you know, I just sort of go, Jeremy's builds are so phenomenal and awesome and amazing, but, you know, historically a lot of Jeremy's builds have been like sort of wasteland and apocalyptic and awesome and, you know, dark and grimy and complex and all of this sort of stuff. And then there's like me building a underworld and mermaid village and, you know, a frozen autumnal forest. But the awesome thing is that we still get along and we're still mates and we can still appreciate, you know, each other's builds and how awesome it is. And there's so much that I can learn from Jeremy. And, you know, I know that Jeremy and I have had quite long conversations about different colour palettes and build techniques and design ideas and all of that sort of stuff. And I just sort of go, if we just, you know, if we don't, I don't know, explore options around who we talk to and what we do, then we can't grow and get like a better builder. I always think that it's, I think it's tricky, because one of the things that I found really difficult was initially I wanted to try and do a mock video every week. And whether or not that would be part of a build or an entire build, that's what I was hoping to do. But then I realised that I just didn't have the capacity to be able to do that. It was taking such a long time to get parts in. I'd have to wait. I didn't always have the time. You know, if I was busy at work, or if I was feeling sick, or if I was needing to do like a family function or whatever, then that sort of changed things, which was one of the reasons why I decided to start doing the speed builds. It also took me quite a while to build up my confidence. So I'm still not that great at filming stuff, but fortunately, most people now understand that I'm not that great at filming stuff. So they're usually pretty kind to me, but I am working on trying to improve that stuff. I actually really enjoy editing. So I do always enjoy editing my videos. I find that sort of quite creative and relaxing. And I think that I'm now starting to speed up. I'm getting a bit faster with my editing stuff, which is good. So that sort of takes the pressure off a bit. But I honestly think, particularly with like the Lego stuff, it's about, you know, doing your own thing. So again, I just sort of go, there's no point in really copying what Brick Emotion does or copying what LEV does, because both of those channels are so big already that then you're not sort of adding anything new. But I think that doing things like mocks is really interesting. I think reviews would be really interesting. I'm not very good at doing reviews because I'm far too kind. And I just sort of go, everything's great. It's cool. If it's Lego, I love it. And I find it really difficult to be critical. I think that Jane does that really well. But I also think that it's kind of just about being, bringing your own personality to it and bringing your own, you know, viewpoint to it as well. Like, there's nothing really right or wrong with Lego. And yeah, so I don't know. I think, you know, just seeing all of that stuff. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Amy. Yeah, I enjoy doing the speed build stuff as well. So we'll see. I don't know. I don't know what will happen next year. I think it will just probably depend, and I'll just probably try some stuff out as well. I'm happier with doing my city updates as a bit more of a vlog style, where I actually put my face in front of the camera, which took me ages to do. But I do feel a bit better now that I've done that a few times. So I think that that's kind of cool. So I'll probably try and do that a bit more. I do still really enjoy doing all the mock stuff. So I'll continue to do that as well, I think. So yeah, I think that that's where we sort of go with that. Yeah, Rapunzel's castle. Oh my gosh, yes, it's something from Tangled. And then, yep, go follow Cornet over on Instagram, because that's where Cornet's probably most active, isn't it? You usually post a lot of your photos there. So Mini Doll is a really good channel to follow. Instagram to follow. Do you think people, I don't know, M Productions, you do some good stuff. So, oh, yeah. I don't mind filming, but it has to be perfect because I have no idea how to edit, yeah. But again, that's where I just sort of go, it's all about doing something a bit different. Like, I really like Mama's Brick City because you have mini dolls and minifigures in your city. So that's really cool. So I know, exactly. Yeah, I completely agree with that, Jezza. Like, I just sort of think, like, if people were to look at what you build and like your channel and watch your videos and then saw my channel and my videos, they'd be like, how are these two people friends? But again, that's where I just sort of go, I do enjoy watching things outside of Friends and princesses and mini dolls, because I think that then that's really interesting. I can't afford to buy all the Lego that I want to buy either. So I have always said it's really awesome for me to be able to enjoy like Ninjago sets via other people's channels. I'm not going to be able to afford to buy Ninjago for myself, so it's really cool to have Ninjago sets via other people and watch them on YouTube. Yeah, and I've learned, like, honestly, Jeremy, your builds are just absolutely phenomenal. Like, they're so detailed and they're so well thought out and they're so well planned. I just think that you're such an amazing builder. And it's really sort of helped me think about how I undertake some of my builds as well, and thinking about the detail and the different possibilities of things. And how to even make things like not more complex, but just, add in more of that detail. So, I just sort of go, it's awesome. And, the feedback that you've been able to give me over the years as well has been really awesome and fantastic. I think the mirrored hairpiece is a really interesting one, because I think in real life, when I look at it, I think it's the wrong colour. I think that it needs to be more orange and it needs to look more exciting and all of this sort of thing. And so I just sort of go, I don't understand why Merida's hairpiece looks so strange. But then when I filmed my Merida Castle video, which was one of my first, Amy, I think that was like one of my first 10 videos or something, wasn't it? Is that on camera, it actually looks really pretty. And I actually have a Merida's hairpiece that I repainted because I wanted it to look more orange. And it still sat there because I'm just like going, I don't know what to do with this now, because I don't know whether or not it's in my head, or should I go with what I see in reality, or what looks better on camera? I don't know. So, yeah. The Merida hairpiece is a tricky one. I'm sure that, it's not. Honestly, it's not. I just don't, it's not about comparing ourselves either. I sort of go, one of the things that I quite often say to people is, I'm an adult, I work, I can afford to buy Lego. It's my hobby. It's what I can do, and I can, spend my money on it. And it's something that I've been working on now for 2 years. And again, a lot of money has been spent on it to get it to this point. So, I just sort of go, it just takes time, and we've all got limitations. Like, not everyone has access to the same things that I have access to, and I understand that and I appreciate that. Even Mama's Bricks and myself have different understandings as to, even Mama's Bricks and myself have different priorities as well, because Mama's Bricks has got kids. So, like, even her and I have sort of said, like, I've said to her, she's got kids to raise and a husband to talk to and all of that sort of stuff. Husband to talk to, a husband to take into account. So, she can't be spending all of her money on Lego as much as she might like to, but that's not necessarily a bad thing or a good thing. It's just different. We're all just in a different situation. And I also think to myself that there are people out there that are in the same situation as what you are in. So, again, I think that JC from Small Brick City, one of the reasons why his channel did so well is because he had such a small space to put a city in. And that resonated with a lot of people, because a lot of people don't have a lot of room for their cities either. So there's always going to be people out there that are in a similar situation to you. And I also think, for me, I quite like seeing cities progress. Like, when I see cities that are completely finished and are all done, and it's just like, I'm just adding this in, or I'm just like running the trains, is why would you go back to that? Like there's nothing interesting to see on that anymore. So I don't know. I'm probably rambling a lot now. Love your vlog updates. Thank you. What else do we have? I usually I asked a friend, because I know nothing about filming, so I asked a friend to help me find like a cheapish camera, and so she helped pick that out for me, but it was still a couple $100, so that's what I film on, which is okay. But sometimes then things do turn out very fuzzy, so it's not perfect. But again, that's just part of what you sign up for when you watch my videos, is that things are a bit fuzzy. And then I edit on iMovie because I've got a Mac. And again, I have never edited before in my life. And I just watched YouTube tutorials. Like literally I typed into YouTube, how do I use iMovie? And I literally had to watch a tutorial on how to switch it on and how to upload media. So I just have learned by doing over the last 2 years. It's still not great. I think that there are better editing programs out there, but that's all I've got access to. That's all I know. So that's what I do, which is fine. You know, it works for me, which is cool. Right, there we go, me Australia. Let's see if we've got enough time to quickly smash out the juice bar. 10 minutes. We might go a little bit over, but that's okay because you guys are lovely to chat to, and I've been rambling on for ages. Oh, fantastic. You're both watching now, listening. Yes, I do have the Sunshine Ranch and the Sunshine Harvest sets. Yes, the tractor can fit through the middle, definitely. Yes. Amy suggested the Merida Castle build because Amy was one of my very first subscribers. And yes, we're still definitely wanting more Merida sets, aren't we, Amy? Yes, exactly. Don't compare, you'll only despair. Be proud of who you are and what you do, definitely. And that's where I just sort of go, we've all got something to add. We all have something positive to add to this community. You know, we've all got a different viewpoint. We've all got a different culture. We all come from a different perspective. And especially if you're doing mocks as well, Tanner, like that's awesome. Like, honestly, I absolutely love seeing mocks from people. So I think the more mocks that we can get onto YouTube, the better. Right. It looks like I've still got quite a few of the basics in here. So this should be a quick build. Excellent. And then husband to talk to. Yes. Money, space and time are a challenge for most people. Exactly. But again, I just sort of go, we can still jump on and have a chat during streams and all of that sort of stuff as well, can't we? Like, I just sort of go, you know, I've been really enjoying seeing Brickish's Advent Calendar Star Wars posts. But I also know like Brickish is one of the most active people in live stream chats. So Mini Dolls chose me. So I did end up getting back into Lego, and the first couple of Lego sets that I got were creator sets. And the reason why I got them was because my niece and my nephew were about 8 years old, and they were coming over from the UK to visit us here in Australia. So I bought 3 or 4 Lego sets for us to build. My nephew did build like a little camper van thing, but he wasn't super into it. But my niece and I just rocked it. Like, that's one of my all-time favourite memories, spending time with my niece, is building Lego with her. She is just such a wonderful human being. And I wish I could see her more often, but we're in different countries and a long way away from each other. So again, it is just one of those really dear things. And then I was walking through the shops one day and I happened to end up in the toy aisle because I think I could cut through the toy aisle to get to the DVDs or something or another. And I just walked past a friend's set, which happened to be the Pet Salon, which I think was a 2013 set. Corne will probably let me know when that was. And I bought that, and I just remember I built it and then I would take it apart. And then next week I'd build it again and then I'd end up taking it apart because I didn't really have anywhere to put it. And I was also a little bit embarrassed about being a grown up and enjoying Lego. And then I just slowly ended up buying more Lego sets. And then I came across the elf sets and bought all of them and really enjoying that. And and then it just sort of grew from there. And then I didn't really know where, like, that there were Lego user groups. So I hadn't really come across those. And I kind of thought that it would be really interesting to be able to combine all my sets into like a city. So then I sort of started to Google Lego City and a few different videos came up and then I sort of started to watch them. And then eventually I just sort of ended up coming across like Ellie V's channel and Jane Brix's channel and Brick Emotions channel, and I was watching all these awesome builders. And then a few of them were talking about Bricklink, and I was like, what's Bricklink? And then I came across Bricklink and I was just like, oh my good God. And so, you know, that's sort of how I got into the whole Lego thing. Oh, Hayley Bricks is here. Hi, Hayley Bricks. I'm so far behind in the chats. I'm taking so long to answer everyone's questions. Yes, I would love a Peter Pan mini doll because the hairpiece already exists. I think that would be awesome. Tayshawn's back. Hello. Had to eat breakfast. Yes, no, that's fine, Tayshawn, if you have to get going. All good. Everyone's... Oh, Corne saying, yes, Pet Salon's 2013. But it was my first friend set. So it's got a special place in my heart. I could probably actually build most of that one blindfolded, I think. That's not a challenge. I won't do that. But I do think it would be very easy for me to build that one. Maybe not blindfolded, maybe without instructions. I think I could probably get most of that one done without instructions. But yeah, I really loved that build. Yeah, and then especially once I sort of started to get into the elf stuff as well. And then I know. So I know. And that was actually when I was living in a different house that actually had more room. And I was like, I've got nowhere to put Lego. I think it was probably more embarrassment though, Jezza. I think I just felt awkward about displaying my Lego sets because I didn't really know that AFOLs existed and that there was a whole Lego community out there of people that really loved building. And so I was just sort of like going, I don't know. And it's interesting because even on Instagram, I saw that Heather's Brick said the same thing. Like she actually kept her Lego hobby really secret for such a long time. And I was just like, yep, I can relate to that. Which is funny, really, isn't it? Like when you think about it, I just sort of go, it's silly, some of the things that we sort of do and feel awkward about. Now I don't really mind because I'm just like going, you know, I love all of you guys and all of you guys like me and enjoy what I do. So I don't really care whether or not anyone thinks it's weird that I like Lego. So I've probably got a little bit of a weird attitude problem around that stuff anymore. The rabbit hole of finding YouTubers and Bricklink. Oh my gosh, I know, Hayley. It's been life-changing. And as much as I joke around like life-changing, as in, you know, having to sit in the dark and just eat bread and water, the more like the positives of being part of this community just really outweigh all of that. So, you know, I definitely just sort of love being a part of the community and chatting to you all. So yeah, it's lovely. Found my little Lego tribe. Lego, Lego, Lego. Yes, exactly. Yeah, as a TFOL as well. Like, I mean, again, I just sort of go, I don't know how a lot of the TFOLs do it, because I think that it is very much that thing of peer pressure and, you know, everyone expecting you to sort of conform, and, you know, you can't like anything that's a bit different or a bit weird or that other people might think is different or whatever, which is a shame. And like, I mean, I know that, you know, the last time that my niece came out for a visit, she was 16 and we still sat here and built. Hey, Sarah Star, how you going? We started about 3 hours ago, so I will be wrapping up soon because I've talked everyone's ears off tonight. And yeah, Mama's Bricks, same thing. Yeah, it depends. Like, I just sort of go, most of the people that I work with know. So at my previous job, a lot of my Lego orders would actually go to my workplace. So they all knew that I built Lego. And then in my new workplace, recently we did a training session. We had to talk about 3 things that people might not know about us. So mine was like, I build Lego. And luckily the person that's based, the other staff member here in Perth that's based with me, no. So we've been friends for a few years. So she knows that I build Lego, but none of the other staff members knew. So that was interesting. Yes, the Pucky tribe, hoorah! Exactly. Yeah, exactly, Amy. Like, this is where I just sort of go, I think that it's been really interesting seeing things like Lego Masters, the amount of 18 plus sets that have been coming out as well. I still think that it is a weird space for a lot of adults to be into the friend sets and into the princess sets. So I still think that there's a little bit of a gap that needs to be bridged in that. But again, you know, I think that there's more of us out there than what we think there is. I think it's just a bit trickier for us to find each other. Definitely brickish. So yeah, definitely. Like, again, I can obviously easily sit here and talk about Lego for 3 hours because I just have. I honestly love it. It's so fantastic. Again, yeah, that also disappoints me as well. Like, especially when I was first coming onto YouTube and first looking at different YouTube channels, Mark, there were a few channels that I came across where they'd sort of scoff at mini dolls and they would be making fun of the friend sets. And I just went, oh, there isn't really a place for me here. So I sort of ended up being, I don't really feel comfortable about, you know, hanging out with these people or talking. Like, it took me a long time to even write comments on people's videos. So yeah, it makes me feel a little bit bad as well, because again, I just sort of go, ultimately it's a toy. It's something that we have as a hobby that we do for fun. And if a mini doll brings me joy, then why do you need to take that away from them? In the same way that I just sort of go, I think that minifigures are fine. I have minifigs in my collection. A lot of the sig figs that I have are minifigs, but I also have gotten all the Wizard of Oz minifigures that we got a little while ago. I got quite a few of the Lego Movie 2 minifigures as well, and a lot of the Disney ones as well. So, you know, I just sort of go, it's a little bit sad to think that there are people that exclude us. But by the same token, I just sort of go, the people that come onto my live streams, we all like each other and we all respect each other, even if we build completely different things. And I think by and large, most of the people that watch my videos feel the same way. So I just sort of go, I think it's more about just finding the people that you fit in with. Yeah, exactly, M Productions. It's my hobby and I don't really mind whether or not people think that it's strange. We're all strange in one way or another. Thank God for YouTube and Instagram. Agreed. Yeah, exactly, Hayley Bricks. Yeah. And this is where I just sort of go, I think that it's been really interesting for me as well, having friends come over and I'm just like, let's build Lego. And so we just sort of sit down and have like snacks on the table and I give them all different Lego sets to build. And there's been a few people that have just been like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever. Oh, Claire's here. Hey, Claire. I've been singing your praises throughout the stream, so it's so nice that you've joined us. I know. A lot of my family members have banned me from talking about Lego, which is why I come on here and do it. No, I can't hide it anymore. It's pretty much inside and out. It's full of Lego. Yeah, and again, that's where I just sort of go, I think that as long as you're enjoying Lego that you enjoy, do it. I just sort of go, I'm not going to take that joy away from you. I'm not going to talk down about any of the Lego sets that you enjoy. I'm not going to make fun of any of the themes that you think are awesome. I just sort of go, there's enough Lego out there, from Friends and Princesses to Star Wars and Ninjago to the highly complicated Technic stuff, through to the 18 plus stuff, through to the juniors and the 4+ sets, where I just sort of go, we can all enjoy it. Like there's so much out there. And again, I think that it's so awesome when I see different people take different sets from different themes and combine them into something that they're going to enjoy and love. Yeah. Yeah, the Friends colours are amazing. I think that was one of the things that drew me into the Friends sets as well, because I just love those sort of bright colours. Like I always think Technicolor, like those beautiful, vibrant colours that we saw in like the Wizard of Oz movie and The Sound of Music and all of that sort of stuff. Yeah, exactly. You love Ninjago stuff, and that's where I just sort of go, there's so much about Ninjago to love as well. Yeah. Yep, exactly, Sarah. Like I just sort of go, it's really tricky, especially meeting new people or explaining your hobby to new people as well. Yeah, exactly, Corne. But again, you are so welcome here. And I've just absolutely loved getting to know you. Like I just think that it's so fantastic and amazing that I have this beautiful Lego son all the way over in Holland. Yep, I agree, Claire. Life is boring if you don't do something strange. And again, I just sort of go, if it's something that we enjoy, then we shouldn't have to apologise to it either. Yeah, exactly. I agree with that too, Sarah. Again, I don't understand why people would be mean about something that they don't understand. Or what difference does it make to them if I'm building Lego? I'm not forcing you to build Lego. Do you know what I mean? Yep. Again, I'm loving all these comments. If you're not strange, you've never truly lived. Love peeps with passion about the things that they love. Exactly. I can honestly sit there and listen to anyone if they're talking with passion. Exactly. Yeah. I know, Amy. We said her name often enough that she had to come into the chat, because Claire does like talking about mini dolls as well. Oh, the Friends Mall, yes. Oh my gosh, I know. Well, this is the older one, and I've misplaced a sixth of it and the car, but I did see the car earlier, so I know where that is, but I don't know quite where this part of it went, but that's around. I've been going through all my storage boxes, so that's that. But I'm happy that I've built this now, and I think it's going to be really exciting to compare this to the new mall. Exactly, Amy. And again, I just sort of go, I think that it's so lovely that you and I talk about Lego all the time, even though you're on the opposite side of the world and we're in completely different age brackets. But I just sort of go, we've got such a lovely friendship, like looks like you do defy categorization, which is a good thing. None of us should be categorized at all. Imagine forcing someone to build Lego. I think that I think that more people would understand our hobby if they were forced to build Lego, because again, most of the time, again, the people that I know and that I'm friends with aren't really judgmental, but a few of them did question why I love Lego as much. And then as soon as they started building Lego, they were like, yeah, I completely get it. Yeah, exactly. We should all be strange in our own way, completely. You know, I think that I often find it really odd if people don't have anything quirky about them, if that makes sense, like if they're not quirky. Yeah, I know. Oh my gosh, space is a challenge. Just have to do it with what we've got. Exactly. So yeah. So Brick Sloth, I did look out the DC Superhero Girls High School. So if you're still out there in Chatland, I will move some of this out the way. But and I was going to build this tonight because I know that you requested it, but I have modified it. So I sort of went, oh, whoops, I won't take that apart because I have modified it. And I quite like my little modification. So I'll just quickly show you guys. Not that there were very many changes. Just slide everything around. But I did add these extra floors on top. I think that was the only change, but I didn't double check. But I'm pretty sure that they only came with the ground floor, but it sort of looked a bit like a weird shape to me. And then what I did with each of the rooms in the back was that I sort of specified them a bit more as well. So this one here was a bit more of a classroom. The one underneath here is the sewing room. And then over this side, we've got like botany, where it's got the little plants and all of that sort of stuff going on, which is quite dark, but that looks kind of cute. It's a bit more poison ivy down here. And then in this room, we've got all the crystals. So, yeah, I did manage to get those floors added in. And then you can see that I did sort of change these little bits around as well in order to get the shape happening a bit more because I used the curve part up here. I don't have the instructions. You can probably, can you not find the instructions online though, Brick Sloth? So I think that with a lot of the jungle sets that I had, the older jungle sets, I did look up those instructions online and managed to find them. But yeah, that's the basic gist of it. I think that this bit down here you'll be fine with. I think it does get a little bit more complicated here because this does stuff and flips down. And then Poison Ivy's little car hooshes out of there and stuff. So there's a whole like play feature in here as well. So, right. Exactly. Don't grow up, it's a trap. Yeah, exactly. I prefer to stay as young as possible for as long as possible. Being an adult is not great. The only rule in the community is don't claim counterfeit bricks. Exactly. I know, I do like that idea, Brick Sloth. Well, that's why I did look this out. And I was just like, I know that I've got this. And then I sort of went, oh, it's already built. And then I thought, that's okay, I can take apart. But then I sort of, when I looked at the classrooms, I just went, oh no, hang on, I've changed this. Okay, Mark, thanks so much for stopping by though. It's been really nice chatting to you, buddy. Oh, I started watching the Harley Quinn show on HBO. Excellent. Oh, okay. Brick Sloth, I actually think that I might have a second set of instructions. So I'll double check. I don't know for certain, but I think that I may have ended up with a second high school in a bulk lot that I ended up getting secondhand. So I might have a second set of instructions. And if I do, I'll look them out and post them over to you. So just leave that with me. I can find those ones quite quickly because my DC Superhero Girls instructions are in a box that have been filed, so I can find that. Yes, Gorno, exactly. Born This Way by Lady Gaga. Every human is perfect the way they are. Oh my gosh, you guys, that would be fantastic. Yeah. Oh, you're on Instagram as well, Bricksloth. So yeah, I'll DM you. I'll private message you. Oh no! All my beautiful Dutch friends are going to do a meetup without us. Brickish and Jezza and I are all going to have to like crash it. You'll have to do like a video conference meetup with us as well. That would be amazing. Alrighty, gang. I think that we can probably start wrapping things up. So, like I said earlier, I won't do a live stream next week, which is Boxing Day, the 26th. Amy reminded me because she's awesome. Because I'll probably still be up on the farm with my mum and my stepdad. So we can then, the next stream will be on the 2nd of January. So we'll see what happens with Lego sets for me here in Perth between now and then. If I can get my little paws on any of the new ones, then I'll try and grab those and we might build some of those. If not, I'll have a hunt round and see if I can find the playground set that you were suggesting, Amy, and the juice bar that you suggested as well out there too. So I know. Bless. I know. I can't wait for you to come and visit me as well, Corno. It'd be amazing. So yes. So just keep in mind that you guys all have a lovely little festive time, no matter what you're up to. Enjoy your Chrissies and your holidays and your festivities. Make sure that, you know, you're just really kind and you're having a fantastic time with your loved ones, no matter who they are or where they are. And I'm sure that we'll see each other around, possibly on a few other little streams and Instagram and all of that type of stuff. So yeah, enjoy your Christmases, enjoy your Boxing Days, and we'll see you in the live chat in the new year, which is going to be so exciting. Oh my gosh. Yes, Merry Christmas, everyone. Thanks for popping by as well, Sarah. It's always lovely when you do. It's, you know, you're just such a lovely person. It's great to have you in the chat. Best wishes as well, Mama's Bricks. Much love to all your family. Yeah, I might actually try and do a few like more random streams and productions as well. I might try and do that too. Thanks, Jezza. You're awesome. I hope you have a lovely festive time and we'll see you in the new year. Lovely. See you, everyone. Bye, Brickish. Bye, Hayley. I hope you have a lovely festive time. Take care, everyone. See you all. I'll DM you as well, Bricksloth.